All right, good people. Welcome to the Not Too Late Truth Talk Show. Uh, hello. We're going to start off with some music real quick here. One of my favorite Christian rap songs, if you will. And we're going to take it way up. Thank you for being here, guys. Good to see you. God over money.
G-O-N, put on for the squad. We go in, do it for the God. If I go, then I'm going hard. Boy, you know me, hard for the mob. Fill up and get up and go. Fill up to pick up and roll. You gon' get this work, get lit up and hit up for show. Man, they already know who the realest, but they say it's too religious. Drake drop guy playing you with it, now you looking too suspicious. I am blessed, never had luck, you a tad much superstitious. You ain't the man, bro, cause you pick a bag up, boy, what you doing with it? Stack up and you be coolin', man, get your handcuffs and you get through in prison. It's the last something you can have, something you can pass up and you can do the dishes. Homie, I ain't never changed up, been the same since day one. When I came in the game, rippin' Jada, renegade, still the same, ain't budge. Then I win the game, same love, they play dumb and ain't say much. You tell me who the gangster, yeah.
Daddy let me loose, they gotta move. Bishop with the burner, baby, I got the juice. They hating on my team, cause we the truth. Won't he do it, and we the proof. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up.
Yeah. First drop, they were like, Biz, who are you, boy? Get your name up. Try to hold me down, but you know me now. Look at God, I done came up. They were looking for the sauce, I was cooking for the boss. Now I'm A1. Try to keep us out the game, we gon' make it so the game gotta change up. Show love to the haters, ayy. Then tell them where it came from. One time for the maker, ayy. Same team ain't trade up. Christ gang, it don't bang, ayy. I stay in my lane, ayy. Metal tuck like an umbrella, but I pray it don't rain, ayy. Promise I don't want no smoke, but they ain't really what you want to. Cause everybody got their own folk that'll make a move if you want to. The problem is you probably think I'm afraid, and in a way that's so true. But I ain't afraid you'll smoke me, dog. I'm afraid I'll smoke you. I ain't the only one with a family that I gotta make it home to. I need you to make it home too. They need you to make it home too. Cash flex for the rap check to make Black Death look so cool. We just here to make it old news, yeah.
Daddy let me loose, they gotta move. Bishop with the burner, baby, I got the juice. They hating on my team, cause we the truth. Won't he do it, and we the proof. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up.
Ay, full Christ, I put a whole price on my whole life. No cheapskate, glow light, there ain't no light. No ice, but I'm peacemaking. Pause grind, boy, I eat bacon. Fault line, so I keep quaking. In the way I make these bars connect, I'm an architect, no Freemason. We bad bones to them poodles. I need lots of steak on my pasta plate. I go swag on them noodles. We go rounds for that gold crown. We don't slow down, we accelerate. So keep telling Satan I'm elevating. Even though he be hella hating, step your game up and quit bellyaching. Go hard and hit the casa block. Yo, bubble up ain't a double up. Well, you ain't no hustler. See, I'm in the game like a right guard. They could lock me up in the psych ward and I still be screaming out Christ Lord. String me up on my mic cord. Really, it would be an honor to go. Cause the way that they be joking about your work, got them thinking the church is a comedy show. Never been and I never fold. If they snatch me up or I'm dead and cold, the gospel of Yahshua is still the greatest story ever
Daddy let me loose, they gotta move. Bishop with the burner, baby, I got the juice. They hating on my team, cause we the truth. Won't he do it, and we the proof. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up. We gon' take them way up.
That's how I like to get motivated. Woo! Woo! Oh yeah. Sorry if y'all didn't like that, but that's my peeps there. Especially the last rapper that was rapping Seven. Seven is very good. He has that song End of Days that came out in 2012 that talks about everything that's going on right now, the one world currency, the mark of the beast, everything. He called it. All right, so check this out. I'm scrolling through my what my phone suggests to me as news articles. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm using a new microphone. Um, anyway, so yeah, this first article here on my Google, thing or whatever, says Milton mayor considers shelter-in-place order, says emergency declaration wasn't enough. So this lady here, Heather Lindsay, and I know y'all can't see what I'm, because I'm reading this off my phone, so uh, just bear with me there. And anyway, so okay, you can hear me, great, Karen, thank you. So Milton is the next like city over from me in Pensacola. It's in another county, but it's connected to my county. So check this out. So this lady thinks that even with today's announcement by the governor to go to essential only starting Thursday night in the whole state of Florida, meaning you have to be going somewhere on the list. Anyway, she's saying that that's not enough, that they need to do even more than that. So she's all for the martial law, deal, I guess. And I'm not even going to read any more of that because I'm just going to get pissed off. This second one, 6 hours ago, thinking of breaking quarantine. These 5 weed strains will help you resist, I guess, or something. Let me see. They will help you. They will help you chain yourself to the couch. I thought it was funny. And it says, there is one thing varsity stoners do with finesse is space out. Yeah, college kids, sure. Stoners are elite time benders, effortlessly blurring the moments between dusk and sunrise, spreading rich and meaningful minutes into eternities, and extinguishing the closed loop boredom of cabin fever. For many practiced potheads, a perfect day consists of nothing more than blowing weed, snacking snacks, and performing one or two relaxed, low stakes, home based activities. The rest of y'all restless Portlanders could take a lesson. Okay, anyway, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but all right. So it recommends 9 Pound Hammer, the strain 9 Pound Hammer. Hey, Jack Frost, haven't seen you in a while, man. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there in Texas. White Rhino, the second strain. Obama Kush. I didn't even know there was an Obama weed strain, but that figures. Obama Kush. Overall, Obama Kush is most popular for its lazy infuria, but its bliss is only one stratum in a layer of effects. Depending on your state, this strain can usher you into a restorative sleep, relax you into a kind of stony philosophos. Damn it, can't even say that word right now. But anyway, that's interesting. Okay, Obama Kush, imagine that. Paris OG, never heard of that one either. Donkey Butter, never heard of that one either. There's almost 5,000 strains now. It's crazy. Black Triangle, that sounds like some Illuminati weed strain. I don't want that. And I guess that's it. Very interesting. Okay. So, this next one disturbs me. This next article is by the Washington Puke Times, and it says, we should prepare now to send the U.S. Armed Forces in to help police in hard-hit areas. Are you kidding me, man? They're talking about bypassing the National Guard, obviously, because they're talking about armed forces, U.S. Armed Forces. Well, anyway, John Allen, president of Brookings Institute, the Brookings Institute, commanded coalition forces in Afghanistan and U.S. Marines in Iraq. Blah 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 blah. I ain't gonna read the rest of his credentials and stuff. All right. Already, the U.S. Armed Forces are providing important help here at home in the struggle against the fake coronavirus. Well over 10,000 members of the Army National Guard and the Air Force National Guard have been mobilized to help with setting up more hospital capacity, transporting supplies, blah 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 blah. Individual ready reserve status are being activated to take advantage of their particular skills in medicine and other crucial fields. They are typically doing so under Title 32 of the U.S. Code, whereby they are paid by the federal government but controlled by the governors of the states where they operate. Let's see. Let's get down here where they want to. Okay. 1878 Posse Comitatus Law. Something about that. It might be the most prudent thing we could do to reduce the risk of deteriorating social stability and security. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you put too many troops on the streets, that's gonna cause a problem. That's gonna make people want to get froggy. So, you know, they're trying to just sneak up on us, you know, with this crap, and then they're gonna pounce on us, you know, huff and puff and blow our house down. Of course, it doesn't say that anymore, Mandela effect or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, and they're Trojan horses. They're floating FEMA camps. You know, they got the U.S. No mercy and the U.S. no comfort. Yeah. So anyway, so the Washington Times is trying to Washington Times or Washington Post? I said Washington Times. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't read none of these things normally, so I got it wrong. The Washington Post. Yeah, they're chumps. The Washington chumps. All right. So they're promoting, you know, more use of the troops, and that's retarded. Trump urges governor to allow corona-stricken ship to dock. Yeah, no. We don't want that ship docking here. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stories out there, and I've got a bunch more articles we're going to go over too here shortly. Thank you, everybody that's here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to join me. Anybody that's joined me before or wants to join me because they've got something on their mind, we're gonna go ahead and put that in there for you. All right. And let's see here. We're going to go ahead and go over to get rid of that. All right, here we are. What I did was go to Google and put 5G towers going up now. That's what I did. And I'll go back over here real quick, show you. There's the all, and just upset over placement of 5G towers in your neighborhood. Why the coronavirus pandemic may fast forward. All right, so anyway, that's what I did. But I went over here to the news tab, and where's my mouse? Okay, my pointer. And so here's all the newest articles on 5G towers going up now. And this first one is the fight against 5G towers moves to Oceanside. Oklahoma City residents concerned over new 5G towers. Why 5G is not causing coronavirus pandemic despite the conspiracy virus, the conspiracy theory circulating. Here's another one. It says this is CNBC. They got so many stupid names. Why the coronavirus pandemic may fast forward 5G adoption in the U.S. That was 2 weeks ago. Community group makes progress in restricting 5G equipment. And that looks like it's in Jacksonville. Says the Stop 5G Jacks group. Chris Pratt, a message for Battlesboro town reps about 5G. Here's why 5G and coronavirus are not connected. USA Today. Uh, Ahead of 5G rollout, China tower nearly doubles profit. Let's see. What you don't know about 5G. Here's why the coronavirus fears may delay Apple's 5G phones again. Santa Barbara City Council rejects 5G technology for now. How the Geek says no, 5G does not cause coronavirus. Ridiculous coronavirus conspiracy theories. Yes, boy, they give us a bunch of them. 5G is now live in 24 markets. Predicts it will be 25% of the worldwide connections by 2025. T-Mobile officially wraps up its purchase of Sprint, $26 billion. T-Mobile, which I call Trump Mobile. I would not doubt if Trump owns it or will buy T-Mobile at some point. Bill Gates and Elon Musk just issued a very different responses to the coronavirus. It's a lesson in emotional intelligence. That's by Inc.com. Bill Gates of hell and Elon Musk. Okay. Independent Online, watch debate raging on link between 5G technology and whatever else. Will G5 tech will 5G tech connectivity be the solution for rural areas? So they want to put 5G in rural areas, just like they're doing in the city, because they can't have the rural areas not getting microwaved. They got to have the whole world being microwaved and tracked. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Afraid of heights? Drones to the rescue. Dun, 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 dun. 5G deployments continue to gather momentum. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, should you buy a 5G phone in 2020? No, do not do it. It's not worth it. Everything you need to know about the coming 5G revolution, which is the beast system, the tribulation period. 5G is a kill platform, a directed energy weapon targeting the population with Big Brother style surveillance. Now, this is my kind of article. I'd like to click on this one. All right, let's check it out. Folks. What do we got? Because we know there's some truth to this. And I'll give a shout out to the chat here in a minute. I know I'm just rambling on, but I will hit you guys up and say hello. 5G is a kill platform, a directed energy weapon targeting the population with Big Brother style surveillance. Some 5G pundits contend that the new network generates radio frequency radiation that can damage DNA and lead to cancer, cause oxidative damage that can cause premature aging, disrupt cell metabolism, and potentially lead to other diseases through the generation of stress proteins. The main concern is about 5G. Trump is rolling it out as fast as possible while ignoring all health, privacy, and surveillance concerns. That is a fact, folks. The head of the FCC came out last year and said they don't give a damn 5G is coming. We're not doing the research or the studies or anything like that. He made it very, very clear that 5G was coming no matter what. It would be implemented and used, and tough luck on your health, you know. So they know how dangerous it is. Oh, righty then. Someone should come out blazing against this federal steamroller, flattening the entire landscape to make it fit for many cell towers, completely destroying any rights local authorities might have to fight this super surveillance infrastructure. That's exactly right. They're coming in here, right in my town right now, and they're not even telling the city where they're putting these towers. They're not getting permits, and they're just trespassing onto people's property and putting these 5G towers up. And tough luck. Sorry about your luck. You know. So yeah. Trump is in the back pocket of the military, which insists that 5G is a strategic necessity. Take a careful look at this document, an official U.S. Air Force assessment of electromagnetic warfare and the U.S. vulnerabilities in this regard. All right, we'll look at that in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and check the chat out here. I'm moving a little slow. Bear with me because I don't have a mouse. I need to get a mouse. Hey, Rick. All right. We got Brother Rick joining. Good to have you, brother. Anytime, always.
What's happening, man? You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I hope that everybody can hear you. Hey, Eyes to See. Danielle, good to see you. Karen, PG. Let's see if I can roll through the crowd here. The chat. Jack Frost, okay, we still got you, brother. Neela Wafer, Doc Michael, if you're still around. Good to see you. Jay Burgos, I ain't one. Wow, I didn't even. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, I missed all you people's comments and stuff. I'm sorry, but hey, good to see y'all. I've got a headache. I'm hoping it goes away. It's not as bad as my backache, but I took a nice Epsom salt bath an hour or so ago, and my back feels better. So, hey, and look what's coming up here. 3 minutes to medication time. It'll be 4:20 somewhere. Yeah, we're on break for a minute here. Let's stop screen sharing. Let me just tell y'all something really quick. The next person, I don't care who it is. I really don't. Even if it's somebody in our community, the next person that attacks me for using medical marijuana as a medicine, I hate it for them, because I was attacked earlier in Steve JMO's live stream right at the end of the chat. I hadn't even seen this person in the chat. I don't even know if I've seen him before at all. But anyway, they come in and start naming off all these drugs, including medical marijuana, and telling people that, oh, you've got to be completely sober, like we're going to hell if we're not 100% sober. And I calmly just told him, look, I said, most Christians, or those who identify as Christians, are on drugs from doctors or off the street, or some of them drink or whatever, I mean, you're not going to come in here and tell me that I'm going to hell for using medical marijuana. When I've been through hell and back, I've been through a windshield, my wife poisoned me, I've got MS, and that's the only medicine I choose to use is medical marijuana. I don't use anything from a doctor or hard drugs off the street, but I'm wrong. I'm going to go to hell for not being 1,000th times, over sober. I'm sober enough to see the signs that a lot of people missed. And I'm sobered enough to know what's going on right now, and that the government is trying to implement the one world everything that they've been planning for 30, 40 years, whatever.
You don't remember his name, Tom? You don't know who
Oh,
it was?
I remember the name, yeah. I can, I don't know if I remember it exactly, but it was like wise as a serpent, something like that.
All right.
Yeah,
Right.
and I mean, just we weren't even talking. Nobody was even talking about any kind of drugs or pot or anything. And just out of the blue, he just starts saying this stuff. Naming off all these different drugs and like I said, including medical marijuana and just saying that we have to be sober. Well, even sugar's a drug, So
Right,
I'm gonna tell you, there ain't nobody that's completely sober. Probably, there might be a few people that have absolutely nothing in their system, but they're not just a few people that are going to make it, to heaven or something. I mean, give me a break,
System. They have something in their system, whether it's caffeine or nicotine or like you said, sugar.
Yeah. And you just brought up something else, Danielle. I do take kratom. I've got some right here, but I buy it like every couple months or so, and I might take one or two, every other day or something like that. Just here and there. But kratom is from a plant too, and there's a great documentary called "A Leaf of Faith" that everyone should see. It is a great thing on kratom, and kratom works because they've been trying to demonize it and make it illegal for a while now. But anything that's from a plant, from a seed-bearing plant, you're not going to convince me that I have to give up. I mean, I get now. If I was sitting around smoking pot all day long, where I'm just out of my mind, high, or whatever. But I take one bong hit an hour, and occasionally puff on a joint or blunt with my sister or something. But I mean, I'm not sitting around trying to get blown out of my mind, or anything like that. And it just really pisses me off when people pull that card. They're holier than everybody else, and they're so much better because they
don't get high.
Yeah. Well, I'm not smoking it to
get high.
I mean, I sure I enjoy a little bit of buzz. I'm not saying I don't, but I've tried to go without anything at all. I have literally gone months without taking any medicine, any pot, anything, period. And it's not a fun route. It's too painful for me, so I mean, I've been, I've been through a lot, man. I mean, my body is like that of a 60, 70-year-old, not a 40-something-year-old.
Right. I'm in the same boat with my neck and my back. I got scoliosis, and my back goes 20 degrees one way and 10 degrees the other way. It's literally my X-ray of my back is the shape of an S. It's twisted.
Right.
I got protruding discs and degenerating discs and all that. When I rotate my head around, I can hear my neck crumbling inside. It doesn't crack like how people crack their necks.
Yeah, I've had a broken neck, brother. Yeah,
I know. Mine literally crumbles though. It's real low, and I can hear it like crumbling inside my neck. It's horrible.
The hospital there's a hospital I could walk to right now in about 5 minutes. They sent me home 3 times with a broken neck. I begged these people, please, I know my neck is broke. I know I'm not a doctor, but I dang sure know my neck is broke. And they sent me home 3 damn times with a broken neck. It took me hiring the best lawyer in this town, Fred Levin. And as soon as Fred Levin called them folks, they called me back within like 10 minutes saying, oh, we're sorry, we misread your x-rays, your MRIs, whatever, and you do have a broken neck. We're going to send an ambulance to your house. I'm like, imagine that. I said, no, don't send nobody to my house. No, because my family's not the type that sues, which is ridiculous too. Now I ain't even go down that route because I'll be upset about that too. But but anyway, so I had my dad take me back up there, and then I had him transfer me to another hospital is what I did. But but yeah, it was just ridiculous, man. I think they were doing it on purpose. I don't know, or maybe they truly did misread it. But Yeah, I could have sued the crap out of them. Certainly,
Right.
they delayed.
I don't see somebody reading an X-ray or an MRI 3 times and not seeing what's
Well,
wrong.
I don't. Well, look, I don't know that they even read it each time I went back up there. But I was in so much pain. I needed help. And so the second time I went up there, and the third time, it was like begging for them to just help me, and they were just saying, no, you're not. You're just in pain. From the accident or whatever. They didn't think they were. They honestly didn't think it was broke, or they were
Wow.
messing with me. But yeah. Ooh, it was crazy, man. Crazy. Worst pain I've ever been in my life. I couldn't move my neck at all, and it was just like constant pain. I mean, how, you couldn't make it up,
Right.
Danielle says, I've had issues like that when I broke mine too, Tommy. The first doctor treated me like crap, but then the second one looked at me and said, you have you been doing gymnastics? So I was like, yeah, I do. Yeah. Do I look like I do? Oh, I was like, yeah, do I look like I do? Sorry. Right? You could be a gymnast. Why couldn't you be a gymnast, Danielle? But anyway, I got you.
Not with a broken neck, you can't.
Yeah. But so anyway, Western medicine, is just a joke and a fraud in my book. Sure, they can sew you up and whatever, fix a bone or two, but you don't want to get cured. You don't want to get cancer cure. Care for cancer here. It's sad when you can go to Mexico and get better care for cancer than you can here. And I've had a doctor tell me that, well,
they're holistic down in Mexico, right?
They have, there's all kinds of doctors. Of course, there's
Right.
holistic. There is holistics too. But what I'm saying is, you can at least go down there and get something alternative to radiation and chemotherapy, because
Right.
by law, doctors have to first try chemo and radiation on people that have cancer before they can do anything else, and that usually does them in. Unfortunately.
My mom had lymph node cancer. She survived. She did chemo and her hair fell out. That whole 9. And she's cured. She still don't have it, but she's one of the lucky ones.
My sister, the one that she comes over here all the time, and she just started coming in the chat, I think last night. Crystal, she's a 3-time cancer survivor. She's has one of the women cancers down there, and she
Right.
had a great a tumor the size of a grapefruit.
Wow.
She got in a car accident and went to the hospital, and that's how they found out. They said she wouldn't have lived another week or two probably, had they not found it.
That's my wife's name, Crystal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Crystal
Wow.
Lynn. Crystal Lynn, now.
I think she goes by Crystal Lee, but
Right.
she gave herself that middle name because my parents didn't give her a middle name.
No, that's my wife's first name. Her middle name's Doris. Yeah.
So
You didn't do a bong hit
No,
on
I'm
the
about
show,
to.
right? No,
I'm
I mean on Steve Jamos. Is that why he?
No, I wasn't on his show. I was just in the chat, brother. I was just moderating.
Shit.
Yeah, this guy
all
came out of nowhere and just started, going off. I'm like, what in the world? Nobody was talking about any kind of drugs or anything, and he just, I think he was there to pick a fight. I think,
Right,
he
right.
was trying to, get a debate going or something, And I had to leave. I mean, it was the end of the show anyway, but I had to leave right then because I was gonna, probably say something. I did say wise as my ass or something like that. I don't know. But it upset me, man, that people just think that they're gonna change my mind, or or that it's gonna make a difference. I know my heart. I know my standing with my maker. Too, and
Right.
I repent daily. I'm very humble, and I repent sincerely every day, especially now that we're in the end times. Or I believe we are. So I'm good. I'm good. I
Right.
think I'm good.
Right.
I'm not shooting heroin or snorting coke or getting drunk. I don't, I don't even remember the last time I had an alcohol beverage. But I have had them in the past, just here and there. But I've never been an everyday drinker, But
Right.
I've seen too much devastation from alcohol in my family, and stuff. So that's why I've never been an alcoholic or anything, but daily drinker or whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm not going to tell somebody that they're going to hell, because they drink some. I mean, obviously, if somebody is getting drunk every day, that would not be a good thing because you could miss the signs or whatever. But I'm still not going to tell somebody they're going to hell for how they choose to medicate or whatever. um, and for that matter, uh, there have been some meth heads that have recovered from being a meth head and have found the Lord and stuff. And I used to think that was impossible. Okay, I would have told you probably 5 years ago that that was impossible for somebody to give up meth and become a somewhat normal person again or whatever. Because
Right.
I believe meth equals death. And my daughter's mom, my youngest daughter's mom is in prison for life. She will never ever ever get out. She can't see a parole board or nothing, and meth is the number one thing that contributed to what she did, and it's
Oh,
was
okay.
was part of her charges too. But of course, and I'm not saying that the meth made her do the evil things that she did. It just made it easier for her to do the evil things that she did.
Right.
But she was fighting demons from her own past, like child. She had been child molested somewhat, messed with as a kid, and so she was
Right.
fighting demons. Uh, yeah, just like my daughter now, who's going to be 14 next. No, not next month. It's this month, on the 13th of April. My youngest daughter, will be 14, and her mother's already been in jail for 10 or 11 years now, prison for what she did to her. But it worries me now that my daughter's coming of age, at puberty or whatever, and she's got to deal with all those demons, all those memories of what her mother did to her and allowed others to do to her.
Right. That's
Yeah,
a shame. That's
yeah.
a shame.
Ooh, yeah. Karen says my ex B day is 413. Okay. Um, my two daughters, they're 6 years, 6 months, and 13 days different apart. I'm glad it wasn't 666, but it's well, yeah.
You
My
got two daughters?
yeah
And
one.
any more kids or not? Just the two
I
daughters?
have I have a I have a stepson that's a Marine that I claimed as mine because I was there the day he was born, and right
All
after
right. Right.
he is you know he was just a few months old when me and his mother got married. Uh, but yeah, the my stepson and the two girls is all I have. Yeah, my oldest daughter will be 20 in August, and
August what?
26. Yeah.
Mine's the 11th. August the
Okay.
11th. Yeah.
Yeah, she's the 26th. Hence the 13 days from for the 13th.
Right.
Yeah. And she's fixing to make me a grandfather in June, the first week of June, and I'm already a step grandfather from my son.
Stepson. Right.
Yeah. I haven't even met that one yet. He's like 6 months old now, and I haven't even met him yet because he's finishing up in the Marines, and I'm hoping he doesn't get stop lost. But if he does, he'll deal with it. I know the Lord will be with him. But yeah, so Ooh, how many kids you got, brother?
I have one. My boy, he's 18.
Uh-huh. Gotcha,
My
gotcha.
big boy. That you just put the lion and the lamb up for me. He can't get my camera to work. I don't know what's
Oh.
wrong with it.
Well, maybe you can buy an external cam.
Camera, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I know we have like an old regular computer, like with the tower and everything, and I think that has a camera. I'm gonna have to dig it out. Like, yeah, I don't, I it's somewhere in storage, I think, or it could be in one of these closets that we have. But I want to clean out my one closet to make it a prayer closet because right now I'm praying in my room, but I would like a prayer closet, a closet to go in.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But, so maybe I clean that out. I might find that computer. Who knows?
Hmm.
Who knows? Even if the camera will still work, because that's like 8, 9 years old.
Right.
Who knows if it's even accessible to this computer? The laptop that I got. I got him for Christmas, and then he got another one for his birthday. The computer I got's like it's pretty like the top of the line. It's called I can't even pronounce the name, but it's a Chinese computer. It's DVNAUDIO.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't
Something
know.
like it's like a gaming computer.
Right, right. Gotcha, gotcha. Hmm.
He's all into that gaming. Of course he is. They all are. But
Yeah.
he
Hmm.
just got a job. He started working at in the deli, and
Oh, nice.
yeah, but they moved him from the deli because they had to shut down their deli for a little bit, and they put him in like I was asking him to be a butcher, and that's where they put him at. They put him in the meat department.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So like, but he's only gonna be there for he says like a couple of weeks until they open the deli back up again. But
Gotcha.
who knows when that's gonna be?
Yeah.
Like I walked into a Wawa today, and they said that they were closed to the public. Like I went to get gas, so I went to walk in, pay for gas, and they're like, "No, we're closed to the public." I'm like, "What?" They're like,
Wow.
"Yeah, man, like, lock your front door then." I mean, the door was wide open, but they said that they were closed to the public.
Well, could you pay at the pump at least?
No, I don't have a card.
Oh, yeah.
I
Wow.
I I mean, I have a
Well,
card, but it costs it's for my SSI, and it
yeah.
costs me
Gotcha.
money every time I use it. I'd rather just tap the money off. That's normally what I do. I just tap the money off and,
Sure, sure.
pay in cash and everything like that. I don't like dealing with cards, especially when it charges you $1, and I think certain places it charges me $2.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and it charges me like I get my check early. Everybody gets their check on like the 3rd or so.
Hmm.
I get my check the 26th of every month,
Uh-huh.
so I
Right.
get it like a week early, and they charge me like $30 to get it like a week early. So
What? They charge
yeah,
you?
yeah, to get it early, it's called early enrollment.
Oh man, come on, man. You could get with NetSpend and get it early, and they won't charge you to do
They
that.
don't charge you for net spend.
No, no. The
No,
only problem with NetSpend is they don't have a bank you can walk into. It is just like
right? Just yeah, it's a
yeah,
prepaid credit card. Well, that's
yeah.
what this
But
is. This is what the hell's the name of it? Uh, I have it on my. I think it might be NetSpend. No, I don't know. No, it
yeah,
isn't NetSpend.
right.
It's something like that though. Hold on, it's on my phone. I could check right now. It's Next Card.
Huh. Yeah,
Next
yeah.
Card.
I've never heard of that one. Um,
It was from a check cashing place.
right. Gotcha,
Uh,
gotcha. Well, look into NetSpend. Maybe you'll.
right now, I have a couple NetSpend credit cards, but I just the prepaid. But
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean,
that's
if
what they are, right?
yeah, 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 yeah. I've been with them for 10 years, so uh, you know, actually 11 years, I think. Yeah, 11 years.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's who Social Security recommended uh, to me when I got my Social Security.
And do you get an early deposit?
Yes, of course.
What day do you get it on?
Well, I'm in the third. I'm in the third date. Are you in? You said you're in the third date too.
Yeah, but I get it on the 26th, a month
Yeah,
before.
I usually get it around. It just depends around that. Maybe the
Right.
28th or
Okay.
something like that. You know, it just
Right.
depends,
Right.
but
It's different every month.
yeah,
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 mine is too. It's
but
like
I'm not
7
paying
days.
nobody extra to get.
Okay. Right. Right.
No, I get my full check.
Right.
Yeah, and I've
Right.
been paying in since I was 13 years old.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm on disability.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was climbing trees for
Hmm.
20 years of my life, and I never paid. I might have paid taxes like 2 years the whole
Wow.
time I
Oh,
worked.
man.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I never paid taxes, man. I was
Yeah.
always cash money under the table.
Gotcha.
Always.
Right, right, right. Now I've made a lot of cash money too, but I definitely paid in a lot to Social
Right.
Security
Yeah.
over the years.
I didn't pay no Social Security.
Gotcha, gotcha. Um, well, I guess it's time to go ahead and do a bucket bone.
Yeah. Go ahead.
The haters can hate. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they take $23 from me a month.
Wow. Now
Yeah.
you do pay. I do pay net spend $5 a month for just the
Hard.
account fee or whatever.
Right.
But that's it, and the direct deposit is free as far as that goes in every month. They don't charge
Right.
me, and then I can get up to a $10 cushion every month. Where I can spend over $10 and without them charging me a fee or anything.
Right. Right. Got it.
And in between getting deposits. And then I can also overdraft up to $200 too.
Really?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but they'll charge me $15 per
Transaction.
per time that I overdraft.
Go over. Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, but they've been pretty good to me. Over the years. So.
Right.
I'm not going anywhere at this point. But if they send me a chip card, then I'm done with them because I've never had a chip card, and I'm not even going to go there. I don't want a chip in a card. I don't want a chip in my body.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, mine ain't a chip card neither. I got a swipe.
Yeah. Hmm. All right, here we go. Do 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 do. I thought maybe Mad was going to join us, Mad Pieman, but
I'm sure he'll be in.
huh?
I said I'm sure he'll be in.
Well, he was in earlier, but I guess he left. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I don't see Voynich neither.
Right.
Voynich missed that last night's show, and he was kind of disappointed that he missed it. That was great with brother Nachikita.
Yeah, I woke up and I seen yous on and I went back to I watched for like 10, 15 minutes, but I was too tired. I went back to sleep. Well, that was this morning. That's right. I came on this morning. Yeah. I get up, I do my morning prayer. I always go back to sleep. Did you see the video? There's guys running around. They're telecommunications guys and they're tearing down cell phone towers.
Hang on, what?
Yo. Yeah, the guys that put up the antennas are tearing them down.
Yeah, I want to believe that's really happening. I hope it's not fake news or something. But I mean, it would be something else if we had some people out there doing that,
Right.
And getting away with it, and making a difference.
They said the one guy got arrested for it. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. It could be fake. Anything could be fake these days.
All right, I do have some. Let's see. I thought I had some articles or something to share about that. Well, we were looking at the 5G thing, but there was one in particular I definitely wanted to share. Oh no, there's some videos. Okay, yeah, I've got some videos that I was going to share too, and we'll get to that as soon as we're done going through these articles. But yeah, there are quite a few people reporting that and filming that they are putting up 5G towers while we're in our houses. And,
Right.
you know, and I mean it makes sense because they're not going to stop. They've been putting them up, so they're not going to stop just because this is going on. And
Right.
actually, it makes it easier for them to do it. You know that makes sense. You know, with everybody out of the way. So you know, but I think they're giving themselves a way to do it without resistance. You know,
Right.
because there would be more people probably out there. You know, protesting
Harassing them. Yeah.
protesting while they're building them. But now that they can't be because they're stuck in their house, ordered to be in their house, you know, then these workers ain't got no worries about people, you know, coming up and trying to stop them or whatever. So I don't know. There's that side of that, you know.
Did you hear about this bullshit about a blackout, a 3-day blackout
Hmm.
on internet and phone? 3-day blackout.
Well, see, if that happens, then I think they're resetting the internet, and it'll be heavily censored after that. Maybe where we can't even get on here anymore and do what we're doing. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just saying. You know, there's anything is possible now with they're with all that they're doing.
The only thing that I'm really iffy about is the guy that I heard it from is David Wilcock.
Right, right.
You know who that is,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, and like how he said it, how he put it, he was like that they were doing it. Trump's doing it
Mhm.
to to bust the bad guys, the pedophiles, and all that, like that type of bullshit.
Mhm.
You know, because I heard that several times. Like I even heard Richie say it that this is being done so Trump can get the pedophiles and all that. That's why he's going door to door but he had said, yeah, Trump's doing it to get the bad guys. And when he said that, he had like this shitty ass grin on his face, like we know they're the bad guys. You know what I mean? Like the politicians and all them, they're the ones that are the pedophiles.
Mhm.
Not all of them, but some of them. And the Hollywood people, they're the ones. People like that are the ones that do that kind of shit. Not all of them. I'm saying there's normal people that do it too, but you know they're kind of the bad guys. And like when he said that, it made me lead to believe that maybe they were going to go after the Patriots. You
Yeah,
know,
that's more like it. They're going to go after
right,
us.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
and then
that's how he looked. Like when he said it, like he did it with a real sarcastic smile. Like we got something for you,
yeah.
and
Hmm.
and with with him pushing the whole, ancient aliens bullshit, and
Hmm. Yeah.
you can't believe nothing that really comes out of his mouth.
Right, right. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna get back over to the articles real quick, finish up them so I can close them out. Man, stop cam there. All right. So, from that one, and I think we're just about done here. Yep, yep. One more page to look at, if that. If that was the same as the first one. Yep, it was. All right, we're gonna go move on to the videos then. Now that I had about 5G, some quick clips of people recording them here lately. Okay. Demon Hunter's got a new 5G weapon system installed UK during lockdown. All right, we'll watch a few minutes of that. This is the longest one that I have, so we're not going to watch. Whoops! Of course, it went to it. I need a mouse so bad. Look, it just did that on its own too. Quit. Okay, I don't like using the little finger pad on a laptop.
Really?
Drives me nuts. Okay. Anyway, this is Demon Hunter or Hunters, whatever. And let's see what he's got here for us. This is ridiculous, man.
Hi guys. Do you work for the NHS?
No,
Who do you work for?
for community fiber.
So what are you laying?
Fiber
What kind of fiber?
optic, 5G ones.
But you're not supposed to be within 2 meters of each other, and you're supposed to be essential. Is this essential work?
I think so. I don't know. He just told me to do the job. I just can't.
So I don't understand. It's not essential when you don't work for the NHS. So why are you doing it? Does it not negate the government's guidelines?
Yeah, he's going to make a complaint.
Who do I complain to? Who's your boss?
I have a number for a courtesy board. Where is the white band and the red barrier? If you want to call.
But do you know what you're doing there? You're laying 5G.
Yeah.
You realise that, don't you? Yeah?
Yeah.
So you know that kills people. You know when they turn this on, it's going to kill everyone, and that's why they're building the hospitals.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you have children?
No,
Do you have parents?
just my mom.
Well, how do you feel that when they turn that switch on, bye bye mama, are you content to continue doing that job? Are they paying you well enough to kill her? You just admitted that you're laying 5G, so that's basically why we're all inside, why you've got free reign of London. No?
Everybody is 5G.
Well, everyone will be dead. So who's going to be playing on the internet, and who's going to be on their PlayStations? We'll all be in hospital with on breathing apparatus. Why do you think they're building 25,000 sort of concentration camps of death in the London Excel right now? It's because of this wire here. I'm not having to go at you guys. I'm just saying, like, honestly, that's exactly what you're doing. It's dangerous. I just wish that, you know, I'm happy that you've told me what you're doing, but ultimately I'm just so, and yeah, it's a disgrace. Not for you guys, but that wire is, it's not for everyone. It's not going to be for everyone. You don't know the symptoms of it. It's a kill switch. But anyway, thank you anyway.
Welcome.
Bye.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, that was cool.
Here we are, Ruislip Road, heading more towards Victory. Supposed to be on lockdown. These fellas are up there putting up one of these 5G masts, eh?
All around the country, mate. They're up to something.
We'll all be surrounded, and they'll be doing this in Hayes.
What they're doing, mate.
Norfolk.
What are they up
Southall,
to?
Greenford. There you go. Look at these. Look at this. Hey? Have a good look. That's what they're doing. Getting ready to fry people with all this radiation. Yeah? Look. Have a good look. Look at these towers. These 5Gs. This is what they're going to be doing to you. Yeah? Fella up there. Getting ready to poison us. Yeah? Supposed to be on lockdown, yeah? My goodness me. What a thing. Babylon wicked.
No, thank you.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah, dude. We're turning the United States into a big microwave oven.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if people don't get it, but they are.
It's like who asked for 5G? You know what I mean? That's what I said to my son. Who asked for this?
Yeah.
You know, we didn't say, "Oh, we need it." You know, we're fine with 4G. Shit, we were fine with 3G. Hey, this dude's what's he gonna rip it down?
Yeah, because it's LED. He's going to
Right,
show.
that's the street light, Ellie. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
ones like it Anthony
They're
Steele has.
5G too. Yeah, they're.
Right, yeah, they got that antenna in them and
Yeah.
transmitter.
Yeah.
Wow. They're sliding down a pole. He's doing it like his boy's filming him. Why not put a light on him?
Right.
We will have nanobots that we can feed into our brain that directly connect to the cloud.
That's
Rather
fine.
than through anything we carry in our pocket.
Yo, you know there's nanobots in M&Ms.
Wirelessly, we can
Right.
basically download entire books, entire languages, and we will then know these things just by the act of downloading
Well, that's one implication.
into our brains.
You said it M&Ms.
Yeah, in Mars candy, there's nanobots. Yeah, Google it.
I've
Even though
been-
Google it don't tell you the truth all the time, but yeah, there's nanobots in Mars candy.
I've been on a tour of the peanut farm, one of the peanut farms where they develop the genetically modified peanut for those
M&Ms
candy bars.
peanuts,
Yeah,
right.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Oh man. Yeah, wow. I don't know. Something. Wow.
Karen B went live. It says everybody left to go to Karen B's channel.
Have more meal.
Well, maybe we'll wrap this up early and go over there too. I don't know, depending on what the topic is.
But by-
Right. We still got 4 people watching, I
We'll have
think.
an extension that's non-biological.
God said, don't say that. I currently eat M&Ms.
Scientists predict the outbreak of at least 37 viruses which are capable of annihilating humanity. Flu strains will mutate rapidly and start affecting the human nervous system and DNA. Moreover, those viruses will be resistant to any type of drugs known today. But we've got something that might help. A pill to cure all diseases has been invented.
And this technology could actually help you live up to 150 years.
No thanks.
This is a laboratory in Krasnoyarsk. Here, robot technicians create microscopic robots which will be able to live in our bodies and
No
treat
thanks.
diseases. There are
That's
many
crazy. And
Wait.
cure diseases.
Here is what a nanodisc looks like. It's so tiny that 50,000 of these put in a row are still thinner than a human hair. Each
Cure your
disc
disease of
consists of gold
truth-seeking.
and nickel layers and contains a biologically active molecule. Today, this white rat is our patient. Our rat is put into a device with a magnetic field
All right.
to operate nanodiscs. The magnetic field to operate nanodiscs.
A company based in Boston. They've just
Boston.
created what they believe to be the first
Stavely, get on it.
coronavirus vaccine. This won't be available on the market for months. However, I have suspicions and curiosities regarding the vaccine, the potential for vaccine for coronavirus or for COVID-19. And
You can keep it. You can
that
shove it where
inside
the fake sun
that
don't shine.
medicine inside that vaccine, or used to create that vaccine, nanobots,
DARPA.
Nano.
basically
Bill Melinda Gates. Now,
on the screen, how small they are,
We do not
down
consent.
to the size of a red blood cell and smaller.
oh, it's a little spider, man. Yeah, I want them crawling around in my
These
body.
nanobots are injected into the bloodstream.
Those are worse than
And, you know,
meth bugs,
they're-
I'm sure.
responsible for making
Oh.
people better. Obviously, people are gonna, they're not gonna know it's
Oh, I'm getting
nanotechnology, but
Woo, I'm getting the creeps.
the vaccine is gonna work just to the
Heebie-jeebies.
masses. That's how it's gonna look. The vaccine is going to work, so a lot of people are gonna get it.
Oh, it's what was that movie? Inner Space.
virus has been
Where
cured.
they shrunk the guy down, they go inside the human, and he was like in a spaceship.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Inner
Wow.
space.
Crazy man. Uh-huh. Is there anybody left in the chat? Let's see.
Yeah, we got people here.
All right. This is interesting stuff, though.
They don't leave the system. They stay within the body and can, in fact, collect somewhere in the body and just sit there waiting.
No thanks.
It reminds me of that thing in the Matrix, of octopus things.
Yeah.
Now we know that they started releasing this 5th generation.
That's why they show you all that shit in the movie.
Right, yeah.
Have a wide rollout throughout 2020. Now, I feel that the 5G technology could be used to send commands to those nanobots. That if the vaccine
you hear that?
contains robots or nano robotics,
5G sent a signal to the nanobot.
Right,
body.
to tell them what to do.
Activate them, whatever,
Yeah.
Kept within the human body, they could be used at a later date. 5G.
You were saying, like I said, I think it was Shake My Head. Shake My Head's video. I'm pretty sure it was them. I'm not. That they said if they give them a chance to get the 7G, that the frequency controls water, and we're made up of 75% water, so they'll be able to literally control us, with frequencies and shit. I mean, I don't know how that would work, like if they can make us physically do something.
I mean, if they perfect it properly, it would might move robotic lookingly or something. I don't know how fluid it would be. The motion.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, there's no telling. They might be able to, make it work good enough to have somebody kill somebody, stab somebody in the back or something, whatever.
Right.
Have somebody stab their own, family member or somebody else in a, Trump in the back or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but they've got MK Ultra for that too, because they
to program people.
I mean, the Manchurian candidate and other, but yeah, they've perfected that. And really, what they're doing now with TV programming and all the other propaganda they get into you one way or another is kind of like a mass MK Ultra,
Right, like they were saying earlier, like how Brian was saying, it was hypnotizing you, like the beat of the song. Like my son was saying, like he would like to get into movie, like he's deep into like movies and like he likes all kinds of movies and like the scenery of it, like how they shoot it and like the scenes. But what he really likes is the how the sound like makes you adapt to the scenery that you're seeing. You know what I mean? Like in the horror flicks, you watch a horror flick, you turn the sound down, it's nothing. You know what I mean? It's not scary at all. You turn the sound off. But once you put that sound on, like he's really interested in that. But that just goes to show like how it grabs you. The sound grabs you, and it does literally put you in a trance. Like I know they got the flicker speed and all that, but the sound has something to do with it too.
Yeah, those waves, certainly.
Yeah,
the frequencies, and the fact that we're, we are filled with so much water and the electromagnetism. Magnetism. It's a lot in play.
Yeah.
And somebody said that they were installing Tesla towers all over, maybe they, to them, that's what they thought those towers were, the 5G towers.
Right.
But in a sense, they are kind of like Tesla towers too, right?
Right, yeah, that they got this technology, I'm sure, from Tesla.
Yeah,
You know, they just they put their evil twist on it because Tesla wasn't. Well, I mean, I don't know him, but he was all for free energy and all that. He was
yeah.
all for the good.
And now there is a Tesla tower in Texas, I think, that they're building, or or have built, whatever. That's different. That's bigger and different. But yeah, if they had, I mean, this is just this is basically along the same lines. It's just miniature Tesla towers.
Right.
Yeah, because it's the same kind of. Well, it
It probably is the same, Tommy, but just like I said, it's for
micro.
nefarious. Yeah, it's for nefarious,
Yeah.
agenda.
Yeah, it's tweaked. It's tweaked. They've learned how to tweak, and it's just like with the music. Instead of 432, which is harmless or actually beneficial, they record and play music at 440, and
Right.
they know that that's not good for you.
Right. It's also the rhythm too that they use, like the gangster rhythm, like the gangster beat. It's like it's negative, where they could make it, positive, but it's
right, exactly. That's Yep, no doubt about it. Thank you, good people, for being here. I know I've been ignoring the chat. I'm sorry. But I know it's my usual good friends and family here, our good friends and family, I should say, brother. I feel bad. Like I said, I don't know if I did say it in here, but I do have somebody in our community that's a little upset with me about the coronavirus and my stance, my take on it. And she claims that she has somebody or has a friend that has it and is fighting for their life. And I'm not. I do feel sorry for her friend. Whatever he's going through or whatever. But I'm not going to. Even if even if it was my mom, that was sick, and she just was recently sick. And I prayed about it, and thank goodness they didn't label her with coronavirus, because she's 71 years old. They could have, told her she
easily said it right.
Yeah, because she had.
We wouldn't have known no better. We wouldn't have known no good.
Well, that's what they're doing, brother. That's what they're
right.
doing.
Yeah, I know.
With the regular cold. Listen, and it's not just the cold and flu. If anybody in a nursing home gets sick of any kind out of the normal they're dealing with or whatever, they're just labeling people with coronavirus left and right, just to boost their numbers up. They did the same thing with AIDS, too, and they gave people a label with AIDS instead of tuberculosis by the thousands. They told people that tested positive for tuberculosis that they had AIDS, and even when I was in the hospital for 2 months years ago with having an MS exacerbation or MS relapse, you could say, and I was paralyzed from the waist down. They kept asking me, are you sure you haven't done anything that you could have gotten AIDS from? And I'm like, no, y'all are barking up the wrong tree there, And I regret it now, but I even let them give me an AIDS test, and it did come back negative, of course, but
right.
They could have made it come back positive.
Positive, yeah.
I mean, and then, but I think I would have seen through it, because even then, at that time, I'd already knew that AIDS was a man-made thing, and it was, it's almost as the same situation we're dealing with now. Basically, definitely 11 years ago. Okay, 2009. Here's a little 9/11 reference for you. 2009, and then add 11 years. What is that? 2020. Okay.
Yeah.
So. All right, 9 and 11. Well, in 2009, they tried us with the swine flu, and
right.
yours truly here was still on occasion of listening to Alex Jones. I mean, this is 11 years ago. A lot of people
Right.
were. All right.
Right.
But so I called into Alex and a couple times in 1 week and shared with him information that he didn't have about their plans for the swine flu and handling the swine flu. And I'm not going to go down that road right now and all, but it included way back then. It included using a cruise ship as a hospital, like they're doing with these
Now.
U.S. No Mercy and U.S. No.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Don's leaving right now. He's gonna get some sleep. I'll catch you later, Don.
Always good to see you, Don. Definitely.
Nighty night.
You got to rest. You got to rest to stay the best.
Right. Yeah, that's screwed up there. But they were thinking about doing that that day.
Oh, well, there was a lot more information, and I could go back, and you could go back. I mean, somebody, anybody that wanted to could probably go back and find that show where I called in and talked to him for quite a while. He knew, he knows who I am. I've talked to Alex many times over the years. I've corresponded with him. Alex Jones used to be on MySpace, folks. He was on MySpace with Prison Planet, and I was, communicating with him back then. Even that's a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody's on. Well, there are people on MySpace now too, but it's for a long time nobody was on MySpace. Everybody went to.
How long you been on YouTube, Tom?
I've been on YouTube for 11 years, brother.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I actually was using it before that, but I didn't, and then I made one and I started just putting music on there, and some of like riding my motorcycle or some wildlife stuff, but and then the chemtrails. I got the balls to start putting my chemtrail, videos on.
Right.
And I've been seeing chemtrails and telling people about chemtrails for 20 years now, man. 20 years, dude.
Wow.
I've literally been seeing them for since 1999, 2000. Recognizing them in the sky as something not, right and everything, and so it's been a long time that I've been speaking out of, and of course I've been speaking out against the New World Order and telling people that all this was coming for
right.
Since I was 18 years old. I'm going on 46. That's so long.
Yeah, that is.
And I could be yelling and telling people, "Oh, I told you so, I told you so." But I'm still in shock right now that we're even here.
Right.
It's like it was really real and it's happening. I'm even though I was told by somebody that had top secret clearance and had and probably did suffer for telling us. I know he did suffer, but I'm not. I just don't know how much they had hand in that. But it's like it's I've always stood up and I've always, or my motto's always been wake up, look up, stand up, and speak up. Against all forms of tyranny and evil. And I've shortened it sometimes to say matter of fact, for years I was stand up, speak up on Twitter before Twitter was even cool. I've been on Twitter since it came out, off and on, and I had the account Stand Up Speak Up, which is still on there, but I haven't used it in many years, and I don't have really any followers on there now.
Right.
But I was very political, even though I knew the system was it was a dog and pony show. I was I was born into a highly conservative family, so it took a while for me to even get to the point where I was an independent, but definitely while I was an independent, I still was political and tried to wake people up that of the corrupt system and stuff.
Right.
But I voted for Ron Paul. No, I meant to vote for Ron Paul and I didn't, but I voted for Gary Johnson. That's what I meant. I did vote for Gary Johnson. just because my grandfather pushed me to go with him and vote, and yeah, but and I knew Gary Johnson wasn't going to, get enough votes, but still I wasn't going to vote for, the other idiots.
Right.
But Gary Johnson was going for independent, I think. But yeah, Ron Paul would have been a great president, but still, it doesn't matter who you put in there; they're all puppets, and there's still the shadow government, that
Controls them.
yeah,
Right.
I mean, and it might take them a year or two, but they will get something on you. I don't care if you are Saint John or whatever, Saint John the Baptist.
You're gonna
Either
slip up somewhere.
yeah, they're gonna threaten your family, or they're gonna get some way. They're gonna get you to do what they want you to do. And in this case with Trump, see, he's gonna win. He's gonna win either way. If there's no election, then he wins by default. And if there is an election, he's probably still gonna win because he's bribing people with money, and everything. And he's got a lot of people that worship him, I mean, like they would, like people did Obama and whatnot, so it's just, he knows, that he can benefit from this thing any way it plays out.
Right.
I mean, and if he makes it go away, then he's a hero, and he's already been talking like that. Oh, they're gonna talk. They're gonna love us someday for what we've done with this for this.
Yeah. Are you tired of winning yet, Tom?
What?
Are you tired of winning yet?
Oh, winning, yeah. He thinks he's winning. That's the
Yeah.
thing. He
Yeah.
really thinks he is, and even the Antichrist is going to think he's winning. But it's only going to be for a short time. Thank goodness.
Right. Right.
But he will go after the saints. I mean, I know there's some people that favor Trump, and I've said this, that I definitely am glad he got in over Hillary, because Hillary would have already had me and many others in a FEMA camp. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Oh no, there's no doubt about it.
The Lord has made that clear to me that I would have been gone.
And we would be at war now too. I'm sure of it.
Yes.
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
I mean, so yes, there are some people that are more evil than others, even in this system, the beast system they're setting up, and that's the way it works. If the war in heaven has already happened, then that means that Satan is down here with the third of the angels, and
running amok.
And going after us. That would mean we're already in the tribulation period too. See, and I don't think we are, but many people do, because of the fact that what all the things we're seeing, like
right, what's going on?
Yeah, the seal. They think the first seal's open or whatever. But you also have the fact that the Revelation 12 sign did happen on 9/23/2017,
right?
And we've been waiting for the rest of that to play out, which is the Satan falling with the angel, the fallen angels, and not to mention the red
dragon. Yeah, but like you said, but that could be China.
Yeah, no, man, it is looking like that. It could be China. Yeah. It could be a combination of China and Russia, or whatever. I mean, but it certainly seems to be plausible that because of how big a deal China is in the world right now, that it rose up and I mean, I'm just saying.
It's without a doubt.
And they're the perfect model. Listen, they're the perfect model for the beast system. So there you go. It's like, Ra, I'm the big red dragon, and look what I've got going on here. I've enslaved my people, and I'm tracking them, and I'm this, that, and I'm cutting them off from buying and selling if they don't go along with the system. See?
Right.
So
I've seen a video, and the guy was scanning his forehead. Now, it could have been a temperature, but it could have also been the guy had a bag and they were in a grocery store. They could have been scanning his head to pay.
Yeah.
They-
Listen, brother. It was probably what we're seeing right now. There's Walmart's saying that you got to get scanned. They scan your forehead, check your temperature.
right. But he was leaving. This guy was leaving.
He was leaving the store.
Yeah, he was
All
leaving
right,
the store.
all right. But see that is the thing. But they wouldn't have to scan your chip like that. They've already had commercials where you just get what you want in the store and walk right on out, and it's
Right.
yeah,
Right.
it
right.
already knows what you got and can scan your chip.
Right. It's got bars like on the side of the door or whatever it reads you.
So they're not going to have somebody with a handheld scanner
Right.
at the door to check and make sure you're not sick.
Right.
Yeah. So you're fine. Yeah. That's what's going on there. But yeah, man, this is just it's getting insane in the membrane. And I just feel horrible for the people that are dying. But listen, anybody that's dying from the flu or from anything else, let me tell you what, it is your time to die. If you die, you were meant to die at that moment, folks. So listen, and you're not supposed to mourn the death forever, neither, and you're not supposed to build idols about the death, neither. But listen, I'm ready right now. Come chop my head off when I don't refuse, when I refuse the mark or I refuse to deny Christ,
Exactly.
but yeah, so if you're dying right now and you die tonight or whatever, it was meant to be. It was your time. God has a hand in your death, and that is the fact. So you're not going to die unless God has appointed a time for you for that time for you to die.
Go right. It's your time.
We all need to lock that in our minds. And we just lost one person, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's the truth, and it's like the Holy Spirit has put it on me to tell y'all that you have no fear, unless it is your appointed time of death. You are not going to die from this or anything else in the near future. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't know when you're going to get in a car accident and die, but I'm just saying to live in any fear of a disease or virus or something like this, or somebody coming to shoot you or cut your head off is foolish. It really is. So just be ready to surrender your life to the Lord and die instead of deny, and do not take the mark of the beast. Do not take the vaccine of any kind. I promise you, there's no vaccine that's gonna save you from your appointed time of death. And we need to stop trying to worry about saving ourselves from a plague or from this, that, and the other, because it's just going to happen when it's time for you to happen. And you need to be standing up and speaking up. You need to have the full armor of God on from here on out, and just prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and repent, prepare, watch, and share with the lost until the end. And I mean, that's the best advice I can give people, because I have been seeing all this coming and was told it was coming, but I've owned the same Bible for 26 years now, and I've read it, and I've asked God many times while I'm reading it, please, Lord, show me what's coming. Help me see what I should prepare for. And He's had me on the right path all this time, and I thank Him for that. And all I can do is try to share my testimony and what I've been through and what I've been shown is coming, You know, I've even had some kind of a rapture dream. I know people don't like to talk about the rapture. You know, I mean, but there is going to be a rapture of some kind, even if it's after everything. You know, like it says, immediately after tribulation. You know,
Right.
Lord will appear. So it probably is. We probably are going to go through tribulation. I'm fine with that too. You know,
The
but
way I
Mhm.
look at that is like God let his or Abba let Jesus or Yeshua HaMashiach, whatever you want to call him, let him suffer. We're not getting out of here without suffering too. You know, that's
Yeah,
like
yeah. I
that,
mean, it's the truth, you know,
right,
and we can be killed just like Jesus was, you know. But
right,
if you're
right.
not all right with that, then I guess you better go, you know, uh, serve Satan. But you know, I don't recommend that. You know.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
but anyway, this rapture
Yeah,
dream,
take the chip if you're not all right with that.
I had though. Anyway, let me tell you about it real quick. Um, I was going up into the clouds, I was standing on the ground talking to my coworkers, and the next thing I know, I'm going up into in the air towards the clouds, and this woman is saying to me from the ground, "Why didn't you warn us?" And I said to her, I pointed to my friends, my coworkers, and said, "I did," and they didn't want to listen, and then I'm just gone, you know, and I'm getting goosebumps
Wow.
right now from that. But you know,
Wow.
I don't know when is going to take place, or if it's going to go down like that, or whatever, you know. But it was real. It was very vivid, you know,
Right.
and you know, I don't, and it was true too, because I did warn those two people that were standing there, you know.
On
It
it.
was my boss and my coworker that I recognized very well. I don't know who the woman was. It was a black woman that I didn't recognize. But and she's like, "Why didn't you warn us?" And I'm like, "I did," and I'm pointing at them, you know, like, because they didn't want to hear it, you
I
know.
asked
And
him,
it's
yeah.
true, they didn't want to hear it, brother. Them two, you know, are still confused this day, you know. Unfortunately, I'm still praying for them, you
Yeah,
know.
it's rare that people want to listen to what you have to say.
Right.
You know, and then even if they do listen, they're thinking about what they're gonna say next. They ain't really listening
Mm-hmm.
like 100%. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's really
especially if it's about the Bible or conspiracy theory, you know. Yeah,
right,
they're
right.
thinking of what they're going to tell you, that you could be wrong, or how you could be wrong, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. So okay, let's watch a little bit more of this. Are we still screen sharing? Can you let me know?
Yeah. You're on.
All
Yep.
right, we'll go a little more on
wireless
this.
technologies
Thank you for being here,
and
brother.
enables people
Yeah, not a
to
problem, Tommy. Thank you for having me.
No
very,
doubt,
very
no doubt.
quickly.
Thank you.
So if there was a, I don't know, central command, for example, one day the command is sent out, the 5G technology sends the signal all around the world in, very short space of time. And all those nanobots that are collected in people's bodies come into action. 5G technology, the coronavirus, nanotechnology, this vaccine, suddenly it only took them around 40 days from sequencing to producing the vaccine, which is an incredibly fast turnaround time for vaccine production. I feel that there's more to it than just, good luck and smart people. Obviously, these things were planned well in advance, so it's possible that, they could have been working on this vaccine for a long time. But in my opinion, the nanotechnology, the 5G technology, and the coronavirus are all linked together.
Now, the two documents, I'll read them out to you. The cover page document says DTFN estimate for nano domestic quell phase 4 updated compliance. And this is for the Assistant Director of Advanced Projects, the Office of DARPA Command, for the Department of Secretary of Defense eyes only. Then it describes nano domestic quell in the other document. And it says that there needs to be more inflows of dispersal in Pepsi Company, 99.9% more, Nestle, 8.5% more. It goes on with the different percentages. Chicago Municipal, that's referring to the water supply. Atlantic Municipal, another water supply. Coca-Cola, Los Angeles Municipal, and Seattle Municipal. These are just a few of the very many areas that these things have infiltrated. To give you a little bit more of a heads up as to where these things are. Now, I have contacted my NASA contacts on this, and I have verification and confirmation from numerous sources. My NASA contacts have confirmed that this is true. And when I asked him for any kind of documentation that they could give me, they are not directly involved. He gave me the document. He said, this document has it all. It tells you pretty much everything. And so he was saying, yes, it's true. It's real. It's in the water. It's in all these other products. Not only that, it's in vaccines. The particular nanites that we're talking about are medical nanoscale devices, meaning they're so tiny you can barely see them, or you might not even be able to see them with the naked eye. They're customized with targeted drug delivery and cell death vehicles carrying large doses of agents, genetic material, or programming targeted to specific cells. Now, these particular nanites that we're talking about, let me get down here. These are the revolutionary kind of nanites that are constructed with a robust, smart nanostructure. And they detect specific cells and identify their location in the body. They can kill the cells or stay right where they are and confirm back having done the job. So they get this frequency and they get their working orders. They do their working orders and then they report back what they've done when they're finished. Now, the nanites that he's talking about are made for one simple purpose, and they are to burrow into the bloodstream, gain entrance to the brain and other areas of the body in order to attach themselves to that tissue and lay in wait for classified military frequency signal to give them their working orders. At which time, they manipulate the brain and other areas of the body to send signals to those other areas of the body to affect what is called a cytokine storm. It's a sort of immune system feedback loop that is like your immune system on steroids. They cause the body's immune system to turn against itself and mimic virulent flu-like symptoms that develop into upper respiratory infection, fluid in the lungs, pneumonia, and eventually death. The target survival rate for the powers that be is 2%. Now, they're saying that they want 99% of the populace infected with these things, and most of us are already. This program began in 1995.
Wow.
Can these nanites be remotely activated, or are they pre-programmed to do their mission at a certain time on their own?
Probably both.
Right.
They are pre-programmed, but they are activated when they're given their working orders. Basically, when the military, the top secret classified military frequency is sent out, is emitted, they get that frequency order. Okay, now it's time to do your task. Once they're done with their task, they report back. Or if it's a continuing task, they report as they go. Now, a new report reveals that at least 104 food packaging and agricultural products contain nano ingredients. They're now on sale internationally. These include diet replacement milkshakes, cooking oil, tea and fortified fruit juice, food additives, sold for use and processed meats, soft drink, bakery and dairy products, long life and antibacterial food packaging. It's in the packaging and antibacterial kitchenware.
Amazing. This is pretty scary. This is wicked.
To make this future a reality, scientists want to teach nanobots to reproduce themselves. How? For instance, they will create numerous mini copies of themselves based on protein cells inside the human body. Nevertheless, futurologists are skeptical.
All these technologies are kind of like nuclear power. They're extremely powerful, maybe positive, but we have to control them. If we cannot control what we do there, it may cause a chain reaction.
According to so-called gray goo theory, microscopic robots will first annihilate humankind and then die out themselves, as they'll have consumed all the energy sources.
Well, Elon Musk's next project isn't a car or a spaceship or a solar panel. The executive's latest startup is called Neuralink, which focuses on the goal of implanting chips into human brains and also connecting brains to computers. Here's what Elon Musk said at a conference in California about the technology last night.
This, I think, has a very good purpose, which is to cure important diseases and ultimately to help secure humanity's future as a civilization relative to AI. This, I think, has tremendous potential, and we hope to have this aspirationally in a human patient. We're looking at it next year. This is not far.
No.
To help secure humanity's future as a civilization relative to AI. This, I think, has tremendous potential, and we hope to have this aspirationally in a human patient. We're looking at it next year. This is not.
Golly. I had to click off of it to get it to stop. So annoying. Reminds me of a movie called Inner Space. Yeah, we talked about that, Bolga. Oh, damn. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, it's time to do another bucket bone.
It looks so fake, it must be real.
Can't go wrong with the bucket bone. Oh, dear. All right, let's see here. Hello. Light, let it be light. Some more light for you. Hey, I think I'm surviving the. This would be the first spring in 7 years that I'm not having a horrible time with sun.
Your skin, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have seen some pop up here and there, but they haven't moved on to the next stages and that. So yeah,
The earlier stream you were in, I think it may have been Brian's, was the lightest I've ever seen you. Like your room was really lit up. Like it was like you were in the sun.
Oh yeah, that was coming through the window. So that was like sunlight, beaming on me, making me look, real white. But yeah, I mean, I used to, when I was young, I looked kind of more like a Indian, kind of maybe a little bit. But and I do have some Indian in me, but I don't know. It's I normally tan pretty well, in the summer, and I hold my tan pretty long, throughout.
Right.
But I can get pretty white too if I stay in, a long time or whatever. But
Yeah, I've been told I look a little Indian, and I know my father had a little bit of Indian in him, but I know my wife's got Indian in her.
Yeah.
She's got Cherokee in her. Her father was Puerto Rican, Venezuelan, and Cherokee.
Yeah, I have Porch Creek Indian in me, which is right around here, and I have Cherokee, and then I have Portuguese in me. My mom's mother was half Portuguese, or maybe even full. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
But I consider myself like a full Dago. Excuse my language. But my last name's German, but my mom's full Italian. Her last name Bezzola.
Yeah.
Her parents are from northern Italy. She's white as a ghost. She burns. The only Italian person I know that burns in the sun.
The only one, you said?
Yeah. The only Italian person I know burns. I don't burn in the sun. I know that, and my brothers don't burn in the sun. I really don't know no Italian person that burns in the sun. I'm sure they're out there.
See this pen?
Right.
I got it today at the Dollar Tree. It is a stylus that you can use to write on your pad or whatever. See there?
Oh, okay. Right.
And it's a real pen. See in the middle there, it'll become a real pen.
You got a laser beam too?
And it's got a laser beam and a flashlight on the other end. 4 in 1.
Right.
For $1.
That's cool. Can I write upside down?
Right.
Yeah, you never seen that?
Blind you.
Did you ever see that on Seinfeld, where the guy was an astronaut or something. The astronaut gave him the pen and
Oh
he
yeah,
went upside down.
yeah.
The astronaut.
Astronaut. They're astro actor. See, yeah, they're actors. Yeah. Yep. Bolt Gun says I'm a mutt hillbilly. Nothing wrong with that. But have you ever heard the hillbilly joke? If your idea of having safe sex is doing it on the floor so you don't fall off the bed, you might be a hillbilly. Yeah, it'll take a minute to get that one. Anyway, yeah, I like the redneck jokes. What's his name? I can't think of that comedian, but
I know who you're talking
Jeff
about.
Foxworthy. Yeah,
Yeah, Jeff.
I used to make my own redneck jokes up. Yeah. Yeesh. All right, I don't have anything in here yet, so I got to do that. Let me go ahead and just see if there's another video I can play. Get going and play. Uh, hey, how's it going, Marika? Thanks for coming in, and thanks for the sub earlier. I'm sub to you. I hope you get more subs on your channel too. I got to, I think I'm up to 502 now, which was great. I meant to say that earlier. Thanks to everybody that helped me got up to 500 today. Woohoo!
That's cool.
And it's taken me only 11 years to get 500, but it's all right. I was stuck on 80 or 70 or 80 for years, so
I'm 80. I got 88. I have 88.
oh boy, it's all good,
I
brother.
don't even know how I got 88. I don't make no videos.
Yeah, well, I'm subscribed to a bunch of good people in our community that don't make videos, and it's all good. It's just
Right.
showing the love. And my sister's like, tell your people they don't have to subscribe to me. I don't have any videos or anything. And then it's like, man,
Is there a way though that I could put these live streams that I do with you up on my
Of
channel?
course. I mean, if you just download them off of YouTube and then you just simply upload them right back up, yeah. I mean,
Oh, okay. All right.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
you can if you know how to split them up, you can split them up too if you want to shorten them or whatever. But that takes a little time and effort. But
No, I don't.
but yeah,
I
otherwise,
don't know
yeah,
how to
of
do all
course,
that.
of course, you could just re-upload them. That'll help you get have some content and stuff. And
Right. Yeah, I mean, I got the playlists and all that. I got
right.
Flat Earth but my
Sure.
YouTube page isn't set up neither like that.
Mhm.
You have to go to I guess the playlists and all that. It isn't set up like a normal
Yeah,
channel would
you have to
set
do it
up.
in Creator. Yeah, you have to do it in your when you're setting up your profile, your page or whatever.
Right.
How it looks. Yeah, what it has on there. Like mine, I just recently changed mine where it has different stuff on there, feature channels and
Right.
like channels and different featured playlists of mine that I wanted to show up on there. I don't have an introductory video. Those kind of bug me when you go to somebody's channel and they're stupid introductory.
Yeah, it's the first thing that plays, right?
I don't have anything. I don't want anything that automatically plays. Has make somebody listen.
Right,
to
because then you're shoving something down somebody's throat.
Yeah.
Instead of letting them choose what they want to.
Exactly. Yep.
All right, I gotta take a bathroom break, Tom. I'll be right
Okay,
back.
yeah, I'm gonna play a song then or something, and you're good, brother. I'm gonna go
All right.
play another video or something. Let's see, not that one. No, that guy did have a new one I was gonna play. I don't think I'm even screen sharing yet, so I probably need to get that going again. Bear with me, folks. Here. Screen share. Oh dear. And yes, here's my channel, and we're live. Of course. All right. Let's see. Watch later. I need to delete a bunch of these videos. Do 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 do. All right. Okay, we're about to get back at it here. Let's see. Find a good one here. Let's check this one out real quick. Oh, and I didn't mean to do that, but I did. Okay.
Early morning, a little after 6 a.m. No aeroplanes today. This is Tuesday, March the 17th. Now, I have seen some planes flying off and coming in over in that direction. None at the moment. Definitely a shortage of aircraft. A couple of buses down there going around the corner. And last night, Monday, oh yeah, is an aeroplane coming in. Okay, very few planes. Definitely a lot less traffic. Bus.
Right. All right, I'm back.
Much less traffic than normal, but we'll.
This guy was supposed to be saying that he could hear them installing 5G or something, a jackhammer all night, Comcast vehicles. See, yeah, so they're installing 5G in Washington, D.C.
I hate Comcast. That's my cable. I hate them, man.
I'm glad I've never had to deal with them because I've heard the horror stories.
They're horrible. I mean, I got their internet, but that's it. I had their cable, but I got rid of it.
Okay. Yeah. What? Go ahead.
I say I had their cable, but I got rid of it. I had their internet, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But go ahead. You can play that if you want.
Well, it just started playing on its own.
Okay.
I'm gonna preface this one. Let me see what what we got going on here. Said, oh, I wish I had a mouse. Come on. Installation of 5G towers during COVID-19 outbreak. This is today in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, let me tell y'all real quick what I found out today. I've shared this with some people already on Facebook and stuff. But so a good friend of mine, and he was a neighbor also, called today and said that they saw at least 100 or more Homeland Security agents acting funny, and so down in Miami, so they asked the security guards what was going on, and security told them that they are preparing for possible riots, and they were gearing up for riots.
What?
Yeah, these Homeland Security agents, and this was a federal building that my buddy is working in Miami. He's a supervisor of electricians, and they were in the floor above these agents where they were at. Apparently, it's a federal building, and yeah, so they're getting ready for probably possible riots in the Miami area, and then you see this here, them steady putting up 5G and all over Florida and in that area down there. But nothing to see here, folks. Don't worry. All right, here we go.
I walked outside and just see for yourself.
That's not my car.
so I don't care, honestly. What are you guys putting up? If I see the neighbor, I'll let him know. Yeah, I hate how they park here like all the time. It's a hazard when someone's coming out. Someone comes in, boom. Is that like a fire line? I mean, electricity line, phone line. A what? What is it? Like internet?
No, it's just electricity power.
I'm nervous.
No, you ain't gotta be nervous.
No, seriously, like with all this 5G stuff, like I've been reading on the internet with coronavirus, like I know it's stupid conspiracy theories, but in the same places, the same hotspots, the most people are infected. I mean, coincidence, the airports and stuff, so you never know. But, microwaves have fucking things, so why are they upgrading everything now during this craziness, Like, it's a viral outbreak. What the hell's going on?
He doesn't even know.
Yeah, right.
He tried to tell her it was electricity poles, and she ain't buying that.
Yeah, there's poles like every 200 feet. They're to Miami already with Verizon.
5G? Oh,
yeah.
We're not doing nothing for Verizon.
Oh, no, not Verizon specifically, but I'm saying like that company has 5G, so it wouldn't be out of the realm that other companies are doing it. Huh?
The internet fiber optic you're talking about?
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many service companies,
Verizon does everything. We do work for FP&L.
Oh, so you do it.
What? They don't have 5G?
Wow. That's even more scary. There's schools every 200 feet, man. We don't need it. Thanks, though.
I think they were just changing electric poles, and she thought they were changing doing the 5G. So I mean, good for her for going out there and asking, though.
Right.
And I guess she doesn't believe them. I'm not saying 5G is evil. It's all build up 2, 3G, 4, now 5. This is the perfect time to carry out an agenda. This is her, by the way. I'm reading her.
Right.
When there's a shelter place order and we the people have zero to say. She's only got 2 subscribers. I'm fixing to subscribe to her because she cares.
Yeah, to make that video like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit her up there. She tried, and the worker didn't even know what they were installing. See, and that's good too that she brings up. That is, they're so compartmentalized that they can, these elite can get so much shit done because people just want a fucking paycheck. Excuse my language.
Right. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, but they're not evil like the people that they're working for in most cases. Man, oh man. Yeah. He did say you'd have to ask the manager what he was installing. I heard he had to ask. Let's see. But yeah, kudos to her. I'll keep an eye on what she's got going on there. Asking them. What? See, now I'm trying to. Man, I can't stand a laptop without a mouse. It's driving me nuts here. All right, what else did I have here? Cop protecting 5G installations at children's school. I don't know if this is real, but we'll check it out.
Hey, folks, we all have cameras on our phones. Anyone can.
Man, I got to turn the volume down a little bit. Blew my ears.
Yeah, man.
Oh gosh. And I talk loud. I know, so I probably do that to people too. But so I heard from a source that they may be installing 5G in schools while kids are out. So I decided to check it out. I found several schools that had multiple data communication security installation vans. This school had 3 squads and several trucks. Everybody was in civilian clothing. I parked to analyze the situation. They saw me and immediately started writing down my plate information. Ooh. That ain't good. Let's see. So this guy is the bloody truth. Wake up now or don't. It's your choice. Okay, and it is your choice, folks. You can keep your head buried in the sand. You can pretend that nothing's going on and everything's hunky dory and whatever. I mean, you can live in a positive bubble 24/7, and that works for some people. But I don't know that it's going to work in the end times. Because and you should be positive in the if you know you're in good standing with your creator. I'm not saying to be scared and feel like there's no hope, because there is hope. And if you're not evil and you're not supporting or condoning evil, then you're well on your way to
Being there.
beating this thing.
Right.
Here we go.
Can be an activist now. Anyone can go up to these thugs that are protecting the schools that are installing the 5G, that are going to take the future away from our children under a complete control system when and if they do open the schools up again. The evidence is overwhelming. So we need to be acting and citizen journalists and recording this and not being afraid. Stepping up. Look at the body language on this guy when I play this video of this cop being a major dick to people just trying to get information.
All right, these cops are acting weird.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen this. It's fucked up.
Question for you. Why are you writing my license plate down?
Any other questions you got?
No, I want to know why you're writing my license plate down.
Thanks for your question.
And why you're all standing around here. Why are there cops here at the school? What are you guys installing?
Any other questions?
No, you want to answer any of them?
Nope, I don't.
Why?
Because I don't have to. I don't want to.
Why are there 3 cops here that aren't even in
What are you
cop
doing over there?
clothes? I'm trying to figure
Are you
out
going to
what
church?
I'm trying to figure out what everybody's doing at these schools.
Are you on private property there? Why are you parked in there?
That's a real deflective question.
It really is.
Why can't you answer any of
I
mine?
don't want to.
Because you're up
Why
to no
don't you
good,
answer
aren't
my
you?
question?
Are you trying to kill my kids?
I'm trying to kill your kids?
Yeah, what are you guys
You got
doing
some
here?
identification on you?
I don't think
I
that
think
matters.
we need to call some law enforcement over here.
I think
You're
we have
acting
some.
weird.
I haven't done anything wrong. I have rights.
You're coming over here asking weird questions.
Weird questions
Yeah,
that you won't
questions.
answer.
You think people are trying to kill you?
No, I
and your
don't.
family.
I'm questioning if you guys are installing 5G in this school. Because I have it on a good source that you are. And will you
Silence.
answer that question?
Nope, I won't.
You won't answer
Nope.
it? Okay. I'll make sure to share this record with
You
people.
go do that.
Thank you.
I got your plate.
Is that a threat? You have my plates?
I got your plate.
So you're what, gonna show up at my house and do something? I'm not afraid of you, man.
And you think you're recording and you think that's appropriate? Why are you recording them?
Because it's
Why are you
suspicious.
recording them?
Because it's suspicious. All right.
You think people are trying to kill you? and your
I
family.
think that you guys are installing 5G and it's very dangerous.
Okay.
And you guys are told to lie about it.
Stop recording me. You don't have my permission to record me.
Okay, this is a free
Stop
country.
recording.
Goodbye.
Stop recording.
I don't think so.
Watch, he walks over to him too.
Wow.
Yeah, well, look.
Oh my goodness, boy. Man, they got nerve, don't they?
Hey, I just read an unbelievable article in the Epic Times. Take a look.
Oh, stupid ads. Oh my goodness. All right, one or two more, and then we're gonna drop this. But
fear raises your cortisol levels more than anything else, my friend. And there's a lot of fear in the.
Hush. Okay, skip
Pieman World News Report today. Today is March 31st, 2020. It's about 1 p.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world, folks. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and ring that bell for future updates. Those of us that have studied our existence, including Tesla, have realized that vibration and frequency is our existence. We're a product of the combination of those two things. Folks, during our lockdown, 5G is being installed internationally. If you don't believe me, Drive around your city and take a look at all the public works workers currently working on these towers. It is unbelievable. I'm going to read someone else's post, but I am in line with much of what it says. And I will start now. I am certainly not one of the people that think 5G causes anything by itself, but I also don't ignore the fact of how the 60 gigahertz can deprive the body of oxygen by binding to it, or that the first ever city to roll out this was Wuhan. At the Evergreen Hospital in Seattle, where the death rate was 60%, the EMFs were taken were higher than ever measured before at any hospital.
Wow.
This is one of the 5G hubs, folks. Please look at a map, and I will provide that map. But anywhere the 5G has been put up is where we're seeing the outbreaks increase dramatically.
Yeah, of course.
It is being installed in the U.S. Trump has just signed an act of law securing 5G on the 23rd of March. This 5G undoubtedly interacts with pathogens in the body. Microbes that can be in harmony with the body can begin to go rogue, or more or less while exposed to improper frequencies for the body. There are, of course, other ways to get fast internet that we've ignored. I won't mention how 5G millimeter waves are actually weaponized by the U.S. military in their active denial systems. You can see it actually being installed in Las Vegas on YouTube while the lockdown is in place. I don't believe this timing to be coincidence. Heard of Starlink? I think we all know Starlink and Elon Musk, the asset that I spoke of. Those are 5G satellites. And the FCC just approved the launch into space millions of these 5G.
Okay, he's talking about space, wherever.
What's up there, brother Ike?
Government installing 5G antennas in your backyard. No, that's the same one.
We hear it over and over from investors. I wish I had.
Rebel Rob TV.
Rebel Rob.
What you're looking at right now is I just happened to be driving down this street today and saw this new installation of this device on this pole that's right across from these apartments. So as I was driving down the street, I was like, what is that? That's brand new. And I looked up top and it's a freaking 5G antenna.
Yeah.
Hidden in the trees, because I mean it's real easy to miss if you're not looking for it.
Wow. Yeah, look at that thick cable going up.
Right.
5G antenna,
and hide that.
Yeah, that's 5G.
Let's see if we can get some information off this box.
Too hot.
So they have a 5G antenna installed here right across from these apartments. They just installed, they must have installed this over the weekend, because Friday this wasn't here. And I didn't come over here yesterday. So Friday this was not here. Y'all better wake up. I guarantee you that a whole lot of people in this area are gonna start getting sick with this coronavirus crap.
Oh wow!
Because of this,
right across the street.
I just figured it out. You know where that girl went out there and was talking to those guys, right?
Right.
Well, they were putting up poles like that we thought were for electricity. So they might have been putting up the poles, and then another crew coming in and putting the 5G shit on them.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I just figured out. So she was
right
definitely on to them, and they probably knew that was what was going on. They weren't replacing electric poles; they were putting in ones beside the poles or in different places.
Put 5G
to
on.
Do that right there. Yep, that's what we're going to be seeing, folks, in places where they think they need to hide it. Then, Yeah, this is slick. They think they're slick, you know. They're hiding it. They're trying to hide it.
That's where you go
They're
with the
installed.
compartmentalizing.
They're being installed. I wonder how many more they're installing in this area. Y'all be on the lookout. This is what it looks like. They're installing these things on these poles.
I'm gonna
Be
subscribe
informed.
him too.
Be awake. It's Rebel Rob. Now holla at you.
Rebel Rob TV.
Rebel Rob. All right, we got installing 5G in my hood during coronavirus lockdown right here. What we got? We got Kimberly. Kimberly says these motherfuckers will put the 5G in my neighborhood. And I don't like it. I hear you, Kimberly. I hear you. Take that hammer and
Hi.
Hi.
Is that a new cable
shove
box?
I'm sorry?
Is that are you doing? Is that has that always been up there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if y'all were installing like something new.
I'm installing down the street.
Oh, okay.
And this is the serving terminal right here.
Oh, and that's for the cable that we get. Well, because I know
Fiber optic.
for fiber optics.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So is that the same thing that we have over? Because I know when we have problems with our cable, they usually come over to that pole. Is that different?
Another one over there.
There's going to be another one over there.
That's possible.
Oh.
I have to go look.
What is fiber optics? Is that like 5G?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me go and look. Take a look.
Let me go and take a look.
Are they doing it all over the neighborhood?
It's been around.
Yeah, but I mean, you're installing right now. You're installing that all over our neighborhood right now.
damn. I gotta subscribe to her too.
New service.
And that's the 5G.
It's fiber optic, which I think is faster than.
Yeah.
Which is your house?
Right here.
Oh, where's your house? Yeah.
And they go over there?
Yeah, that's where they usually go when we have problems with our.
Okay, then you don't
It's
have
right
to-
over here, the one with the 15
what if
machine
we don't want
guns on the mounted on it.
Okay, so they called and they
Okay.
asked for it, and that's why you're installing it.
that they put terminals every so many poles.
Yeah.
And that's the serving terminal for the houses.
For the house.
So if you were to get it, we'll probably have to come out of there, run a
Oh.
line this way and down to your house.
Okay, so we wouldn't need an actual box here. We would just use that existing box.
Correct.
How many how often do they have to be put? Like that one can service me. How far can that service?
It's kind of hard to say because they have 4 that serves 4 houses. They have 6 that serves 6 houses, and they have 12 that serves 12. That one's a 12.
Wow.
So it's not like
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when fiber optic first came out, they just did 12, but we were running super long lines, and we're like, hey, do 4.
Yeah.
Do 6, so our lines don't have to be so long.
Mm.
So they listened to us, and
put more up.
They
instead.
put more of them out instead of having long lines.
Okay, awesome. I was just wondering.
Yes, ma'am.
I
No
appreciate
worries.
it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want them long lines.
What's up, people? Ike, Diaz, Rick's. Oh, that's you in there. I'm like, wait a minute. Got me there. Yeah. Good to see everybody. I know there's a few people listening, not chatting. That's fine. That's good. No doubt about it. I do that all the time. I listen instead of listening and chatting. Oh man, sometimes I will have a live stream going when I go to bed, and I'll listen till I fall asleep, and they always eventually turn off themselves.
Right. How's your head, Tom? You feeling better?
Oh yeah, my head's better, and I'm about ready to do a gravity bong. I didn't do one last hour, so I've got one. No, I thought I had it packed. I got the lighter in my hand, but I don't have it packed. Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, my headache is pretty much gone completely, and my back's not hurting me, and yeah, I feel blessed. No doubt, no doubt. Now I do have court at the end of this month if it's still going on, and it is 4/2 now. So we're past April Fool's Day. Did anybody get you with April Fool's Day?
No, not at all. You mean the beginning of the year? Yeah, they did.
I kept waiting for Trump to come out and say April Fool's Day. It was all hoax. We can go back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah, then you woke up.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh dear. Hi, how you doing? Show me Sasquatch. Good to have you here. So, first yawn of the night there. Woo. I don't think we're going 5 hours tonight. That's probably how I'm going to do it is every other night do a shorter one. If I do
Right.
tonight, and it'll be the not too late talk show on the short nights, and then the late.
The late.
Yeah, fruit talk show. Yeah. Ripped. She is. She showed me Sasquatch says ripped, and I'm fixing to do a gravity hit, and I'm sure I'll be up there with you for a little bit. Oh, I had to wash my car today. That I finally got home. That was stuck over at my buddy's shop for a couple of weeks, when my water pump started leaking on me. I didn't want to keep driving it and mess it up, but.
Right.
And now I've got it home and I can get it fixed here. Anyway, the car sat under oak tree and it was so dirty, so covered in stuff, bird crap and sap and.
Yeah, oaks are dirty trees, man. Oaks are very dirty.
You couldn't even tell what color it was. It was like changed color. It was.
It probably had like green dust on it, right?
Oh man, it had all kinds of stuff. So it took me a good hour of scrubbing it. Hard to get the stuff off, and it probably still needs another wash. At this point, but it looks a lot better than it did. I'll just say that. But I'm going to try to get the water pump and timing belt changed on it and clean it up real good and let my daughter drive it for a few months until I get her something an SUV. That I want to get her a Mercedes ML 320. They're very good vehicles, and they're hard to kill. My father has one, and I like them. I like them.
I have an old cop car.
Oh, I've had those. I've had a few. I just sold one a few months ago. Well, mine was a Grand Marquis, but it was a detective's car, so it was.
Yeah, mine is the oh shit!
You can't say it.
I no. What'd she say, Crystal? Huh? Yeah, that's right. It's a police interpreter. It's got
Interceptor.
Yeah, Interceptor. Yeah. I couldn't remember the name of it, but
Ford. Now you got me having a brain fart. The Ford, the car is Crown Victoria.
Yeah, Crown Vic, right.
With the Interceptor package.
Right, and it's got the fuel flex or something on the back of it. That's all I could picture in my mind was that fuel thing on the back of it.
Flex fuel, it says, or something. What?
Something like that. It's what is it? No, that's not what I'm talking about. She said, "Hey, you open up the trunk, it's still got the stop sticks in there. Not the stop sticks, but the place to put the stop sticks."
Right, gotcha. No, they are very dependable cars, though.
Oh yeah, I ran it all the way out to Chicago. This year, I drove it out to Chicago. The only thing that went wrong is I got like 2 hours. I drove straight out. It was like a 13-hour drive. I got 2 hours from my destination, and my rear fell out.
That's all.
Yeah, that's all. My what was it? Passenger side tire fell off. Like, it grinded first. Like I have a real small bladder, so I kept on stopping because I was drinking Nas's the whole ride out, of course, and coffees, and I got off the highway, which was lucky. Thank God I got off the highway because I was doing 80 the whole ride, and when I got off the highway, I went to turn in. I came turning out, and I stopped at a light, and then I went to go for my light, and the car just started clicking real bad. And yeah, well, there's a real bad smell too, but that's. And then when I went to push my wife, like it just cut off. I thought it was the tranny. And then when I got my wife in the driver's seat, I went to push her back to go into this parking lot, and the wheel fell off.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 hours from my destination. It was called a place in Danville, Illinois. And,
Oh man.
yeah,
Wow.
like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was well, no, it wasn't 2 o'clock. It was more like 1 o'clock in the morning. What a nightmare, man! Had to call for a tow truck. They towed us like not even a block away, and we slept in the car into the place where they towed us to was a muffler shop, and slept there all night to see if he could fix it the next morning. And that's all he did was mufflers and brakes. He's like, I can't fix the rear, dude. So yeah, I had to get money wired to me to stay at the Night's Inn. We stayed out at the Days Inn, stayed out there an extra 2 days. It cost me $1,200 or $1,400 to get a new rear in it.
That's
Oh, we were out there for 5 days. I was taking my son out there to meet his girlfriend. He was talking to her for 2 years on the internet, and they wanted to spend like a month together. But I said, no, I'm only leaving you out there for 2 weeks. And I left him out there for 2 weeks, and with me and my wife drove back, and then we drove back out to get him. And I didn't have no problem then. But it was, what a nightmare.
I had a nightmare one time with my father. We were driving I had a little Mitsubishi Mighty Max truck, and I had my motorcycle in the back of it, but it was only a 305 Kawasaki 305 street bike, and the throwout bearing went out in my truck, so I had no clutch. And
oh wow!
We're on Interstate 75 heading here to Pensacola from Orlando, Florida, and that's a long trip. It's it's 8 hours all day long.
Right.
And so we had to get my truck towed to a shop and leave it there. We were about halfway to Pensacola, and then me and my father had to ride on my motorcycle the rest of the way to Pensacola.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, with our luggage, and oh man, it was.
Oh man!
It was hell on two wheels. For
I'm
real.
sure it was.
And then we ended up riding it back a few days later
To get the truck?
Get the truck and go home. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Oh, you talk.
Like mine could have been a lot worse. I got a little gas leak because I was rear-ended. So I got a little leak in my gas tank. I think it's like where the fuel line connects with the tank. It leaks a little bit. So imagine I'm going 80 miles an hour down the freeway and my tire falls off. Sparks kick up. I could have blown up. I could have flipped the car. I thank God so much that week that I got off the interstate and had to go to the bathroom. It could have been so ugly, man.
What? Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Mad Goat Cafe.
Yeah, we woke up and across the street it was Mad Goat Cafe. Yeah, Mad Goat Cafe. Of all places to wake up at.
Yeah. Look there. Can you see the chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look at that last comment from Mike.
Actually, my youngest son was asked today if FiveG had something to do. I can't see that. How the fuck
with the coronavirus.
Oh, okay. What'd he say, Ike?
He just asking him if he has anything to do with it. He was asking.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it does. Like, I mean, who knows? I don't think they're I think they're kind of using the coronavirus a little bit that so they can put up 5G, but I don't think 5G is killing anybody yet or giving anybody the virus. Like if that's what you're asking. Yeah, I know I seen some reports on it that some people think the 5G was suffocating people. I don't know if that I know that ain't doing that here. It may have done it over in China, but
Right. Yeah, I
I,
mean, there's no telling.
you never know.
Everything they're doing at this point is to bring in the beast system, the one world government, the one world currency, the one world religion, etc.
Yeah, well, chem microwave that's already known. It can do damage to the eyes, and Anthony Steele over I don't know where he's at, but he had a petition on the 5G. They're putting it in the street lights, and it's killing the pollinators. And there's even some of that over here where I seen a video. The guy was in between two towers, and there was a bunch of dead bees in between the two towers, and he was watching them fall. So it,
as soon as they installed 5G down here, downtown Pensacola, birds started falling dead, and I can't make this up. I wouldn't make it up. So there is a problem with 5G, and it will continue to
right.
get worse as time goes on. Now it probably makes people with a flu. It probably makes their symptoms worse, if at this point. But if they get it all in place and they juice up the power, they can turn it into a microwave oven. An area.
Right. That's a known fact. With how it gets to what's it, 60 megahertz or something like that, that's when it can do the damage to you.
If you see the size of the copper wire, solid copper wire they're hooking up to these towers, dude, you know that they can run whatever they want through them. Whatever amount of power they want, and that to me is dangerous. Oh man,
Yeah, it's scary. It really is.
the
But what happened? You froze there for a second.
yeah.
But like the good Lord says, fear not and be strong.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I don't do any of this to scare anybody. We just want people to, I want people to know that we're in the end times, and that the tribulation period is more than likely going to be 2021 through 2028. I'm not going to say a day exactly, or whatever, this, that, and the other.
Right.
We're in the
Right.
season, and that's close enough for me to, that I'm, just saying that 7 years, but I'm not going to go to hell for telling people that I believe we're the tribulation period is that time. Some people think, oh, you're not supposed to know the day and the hour, but most people misread that, misinterpret that. But Jesus told his disciples that I don't need to tell you the time, the day or the hour, because you'll know by the signs.
The season. Yeah, and the season. We'll know that we're in the season.
Just like we know that it's close now, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, the people that don't watch the signs, that don't give a crap, or are too caught up in their lives in this world, and in love with the things of this world, those are the ones that are becoming the mockers and scoffers. Even because they think we're crazy, but we're just seeing the signs. We're paying attention, and they're not. So, it's like, how are we the bad guys? But we are. It's like, but
Right.
Uh,
Like if you go further back in this show, like if you go further back, Tommy was playing a video about how we have nanobots in us that they're already in foods. I told you this about M&Ms, and but they're in other foods, and the 5G could send them signals to have them do certain things. So that's another reason maybe why they want to hook this 5G up to everywhere to control these nanobots that are in us already.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just so important to make sure you've got your spiritual house in order. And if you do, then you definitely have nothing to worry about any weapon that's formed against you. And that's real talk, people. I think you just need to have a relationship with your creator, and you need to be willing to die, uh, then deny. And you've got to have no fear. Having no fear helps you put on the armor before,
Right.
you know. So
Yeah, without a doubt.
I like to say that I suffer from nephobia, and that's one thing that everybody should catch. It
What's a phobia?
means no fear.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
No phob- oh, all right. I
phobia,
got you.
like another any other phobia you might have,
Right. No phobia.
arachnophobia.
Right.
Yeah. So no
Got
phobia
you.
is a good one to catch. No fear.
Got
That's actually a death metal band that I used to help promote and stuff. So I'm not proud of that, but I've been as far as that scene, in the music.
Right.
I
Ike Diaz, he's a DJ in Colorado.
uh-huh.
You might want to maybe stop by his channel, check out some of his music. He's a producer.
Right. I've met a lot of producers in my time from working in Nashville and with artists. So yeah, I know that he's definitely got some skills. Then if he's a music producer, excuse me, man. Wow. Um, I could still be in Nashville working for a record label had I chose that route, but I just didn't feel like I was pleasing God being there and supporting the music industry, even though I was mainly dealing with country music. Even in country music, they pray to Satan for success, and
Right.
they do rituals.
Well,
Uh,
that's with every. Did you ever see John Todd? I'm sure you have. John Todd, he's a former Satanist, and he says how they pray over the master up in the master room before they send it out.
Hi, Marshall. Thank you for coming over. And I meant to check on Karen's stream. We love Karen, Karen B. And yeah, I hope that there's some good stuff going on over there. You said reading script from conscious stuff. All good, but yeah. So anyway, it's been it really is like the apocalypse is here. The revealing. The apocalypse doesn't have to be as scary as they make it out to be. But what's that movie Mel Gibson had? Apocalypso or whatever. But it just means that the evil is being exposed, and it certainly seems to be. And but we just have to try and get everybody on board that that's what's going on. And are you on Facebook? Are we friends on there, Rick?
Oh, wait, no, I opened up a Facebook account just recently, only to contact one person, but I don't do social media. I was never big on Twitter or Facebook or
Right.
any of that. But my wife has a Facebook account, but
I got you. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
surprised at how many people in our community are on there. I have a love hate relationship with Facebook, and I've gotten rid of my account many times and started over, and I've put mine on hold many times.
right.
even in the recent past. I definitely you get tired of it and stuff. I don't use it as much as other people do, and I don't even really. I just now started like posting on there when I'm live sometimes, and stuff like that. But I'm not sure.
The only one that I do, it's a new one out. It's called PocketNet. I post all my videos on, well, not all my videos, but a lot of the videos that I watch, I post. I don't care, baby, any of them. I post on PocketNet. It's because they're censor free over there, and they don't censor nothing. You can like write paragraphs, and you can make your own content too and put it up. They're big on not censoring. I think they only got like it's very small. It's very new. They started up like last year. I think they may have like 20,000 people tops on it. There's not a lot of people. But the other thing about it that I like is they pay you for your posts. What you post, they give you like a cryptocurrency, and I got like I just broke 1,000 of this cryptocurrency. It's called PocketNet, and it's like I said, it's new. It's new. I think one PocketNet coin is I think it's worth like maybe 60 cents, or I'm not too sure what it's worth.
Right. Yeah.
But I got 1,000 of them, whatever it's worth.
Oh dear, I need a mouse so bad. It's so hard for me to navigate this uh, thing. Ike says he thinks we're Facebook friends. All right, I'll have to see on that. Ike, cool. If we are, I've been getting attacked on Facebook, even by friends and family. For some of the things I say on there. But I'm not here to sugarcoat anything for anyone. I don't like to be sugarcoated. Anything sugarcoated to me, I don't like my ears tickled, and I don't want to tickle anybody's ear. And I'm not, same token, I'm not here to scare somebody and try and make them believe anything, that is crazy or whatever. And nobody has to believe anything I say, but I also encourage everybody to do their own homework. If I didn't, if I've been a researcher for over 25 years, and if I wasn't a dedicated, and passionate researcher, then I wouldn't, have learned all the things that I learned, that came out to be correct. I want to say, I mean, I've been down every rabbit hole probably that's been out there. Every conspiracy theory, I've looked into just about every one of them. But I've also like just with I don't know. It's almost like with discernment or something has kept me away from a lot of the stuff like Q and anonymous and all that crap that. I've never felt the this the like pushing like or the calling to look into that stuff to those people, and even I saw through Alex Jones a lot sooner than most people did, and I got away from him. And I was going to say earlier, I felt targeted after I shared that information with Alex Jones, and I'm not going to get into all the ways I was targeted, but there was definitely a number of ways that I felt like I was personally being targeted after sharing that information with Alex in 2009 for
Right.
a couple years or so. I had a lot of things go wrong for me that shouldn't have gone wrong, and yeah. Anyway, but so
Yeah, I just read an article. Philly cops can issue $1,000 fine to people who violate coronavirus order. Trump warns of a very painful 2 weeks.
it's more than 2 weeks, brother. Now here in Florida,
Yeah, no, I know that. I know. No, they said to the end of the month, so that's 4 weeks.
Right.
But it's that's what the the what's that name says, the article.
Yeah. Um, people people need to stay awake this time. People that are waking up right now and going, okay, what's going on? There's something, we're getting played. There's more than meets the eye here. People that are looking for what's behind the curtain. Please, I encourage anybody that's listening, that's just curious or whatever, or just starting to figure out that there's something wrong here. Uh, don't go back to sleep. Stay on this thing and stay on guard, because they're attacking us from every front they can. I'm saying this not to scare you, but so you'll be aware that they're putting toxins in everything, toxins and nanoparticles and anything that benefits their agenda getting it into our bodies, into our life, into our cars, our phones. Everything is going to be it's going to work with the B system so perfectly to where you'll be tracked every step you take. They'll be able to track you, just all time, just real time, and they're going to, even there's going to be cameras, even your cameras that you own will be working against you at all times. They'll be recording at all times. You'll have no control over whether they're recording anymore. That's the truth. And there's like laws that are being passed on that too, where or will be, if not already, that they're going to have access to your camera and microphone, legally anytime they want to.
I think they already do.
Well, they do, but they don't admit it.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
All right. So that's where that goes. But but yeah, it's like, you remember in Batman when they had that God, they call it the God system. I forget what, but they could see and hear through everybody's
Right, phone, everything, anything that was electronic.
Yeah, and see, the 5G allows them more access to see into your house too. Where your house now becomes just a almost like a video game, live video game for them to see every move you make inside your house and everything you say, and whether or not you're growing marijuana in your house or whatever, also.
That's crazy, man.
They will be able to see. You won't be able to hide anywhere in your house. Like if they come, the SWAT team comes, they're going to know exactly where you're at in the house, and you won't be able to pop out on them, and or whatever. Um, yeah, it makes it see through. Pretty much. This has been known for a long time. And they've been perfecting it. So the whole 5G transponders to the lamps, that technology's been around so long, and they've had plans to use it to spy on us and track us for a long time, and now that's all being implemented too, and it'll further their one world everything agenda, and the beast system, the mark of the beast, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
isn't like the light bulb? Don't they have 5G in the light bulbs?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
those new
LED
plastic light bulbs, right?
light bulbs. LED light bulbs can be used to literally see and hear you. That's what I'm saying. In your
Right.
house, yeah, but it all works together. It all works together as a perfect. That's why I say it all comes together, and like, they could just see, like they're watching a movie or a video game or whatever. They could just see in real time. It creates all these things. Create just a way for them to have X-ray vision.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It's it. It's what it is. It's X-ray vision for them. And you know, and then the what do you call it, the facial recognition. So so even if you don't have a chip in you, that's so perfected now that they can track your every move with facial recognition too. You know, so even through your windows of your house, most people leave their windows open where you can see into their house. You know, they don't put
Right.
sound. You know, not me, especially if I lived in the city. You know, I'm not fixing to put my life on display for people like that, but a lot of people do. But yeah, the Minority Report is here.
Right.
Minority
Definitely.
Report is here, and
Definitely.
it's being used that in China and any other place that they can use it on a small scale. But China is the biggest scale in place, of it. But um, yeah, the beast system, for that matter, is definitely in China already. Their government is certainly going to be loyal to Satan because they're not loyal to God, and in the end, you can only be loyal to God or Satan. There's only good.
Two sides.
Yeah, there's only sides. You can't, and that's why I say we're taught if we're preaching to the people on the fence, they're coming off that fence, and I see it already. There are people coming off, jumping off of that fence on both sides right now. You got people that are saying, "All right, I give in. I am all for the good, and I want to be on the good side." And you got people that are saying, "Oh, the hell with it. I want fame and fortune, and I want to lick the devil's dick." Sorry, I mean, but it's just the truth. These people will do anything to stay in love with their world, the material things, and the sex and money and power. Yep, yep, yep. Don't forget how big sex and lust and all that plays in this too, because the fallen angels, that's where it went wrong. They fell in love with
Right.
women of this, just like we can't. I mean, I don't care who you are, a monk, a priest, a married man to a gorgeous woman. When any man that sees a gorgeous woman that's into women, I mean, you're pretty much gonna lust after her for a second or two, aren't you? I mean, you're gonna be like, you definitely.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard. Even a preacher, I'm saying, man, I know. I mean, so we have to resist, and Satan knows that too. So, I mean, it's he will certainly make opportunities for you to give into the flesh, and in the end time, we do not need to give into the flesh. We need to try and please God with everything we say and do. And I mean, and I know that I need to work on that too. And I admit that I do have a lot of shortcomings, and I do say things that probably aren't pleasing to God too. I try not to, say GD and all those kind of things, But I mean, I can be a little, uh, you know, naughty sometimes or whatever, and say some cuss words too and stuff, But nobody's going to hell for saying the F word or.
Yeah, I constantly curse, but I'm big on not swearing, and that's all comes out out of my mom's mouth is OMG, OMG. I said, Mom, why do you constantly say that?
Mm.
It's like
And then it's that again.
it's in her habit. That's all she says. It's unbelievable. No, but what are you gonna do?
I know people say that they will go back and eat the steak. I remember when people were using the stingray in small towns a while back. Using the stingray. Huh. Yeah. I never was big on eating steak. You know, I haven't had a steak in probably 12 years, literally, because I stopped eating beef in 2009, and I was like I said, I wasn't even a big steak eater then when I was still eating beef. So you know, but yeah, I don't, and now I can't even stand the look at steak. You know, it just does nothing for me. I eat I eat chicken a lot, and I eat like pepperoni, you know, on pizza. But you know,
I get a lot of steak on pizza. I do eat, you know, I get steak on pizza. I eat a lot of cheesesteak. I eat burgers.
Yeah, I haven't had a burger in years, and or anything like that. Now I'll eat bacon and stuff occasionally. See, and I know that, you know, we're not. I guess we're not supposed to eat bacon or pork or whatever, you know. And I have cut down a lot on my pork intake. I don't even eat like pork chops or anything anymore, you know. But and I do feel like I'm healthier not eating pork. So I don't know if that's a mental thing or if there's something to it. And I
Right.
definitely feel healthier not eating beef, though, I can say that. But now the only reason I stopped eating beef and other meats so much is because they told me I needed to become a vegetarian when I was told I had MS, and I laughed at them because I know I'm a carnivore. I mean, my blood type, you know, and I just, you know, I just feel like I am, you know. It definitely runs in my family. We're meat eaters, but but yeah. So I said I'll give up beef, and you know, and cut down on other stuff and see how that goes. And so that's where I've been all these years. Just you know, the only beef that I'll get is like, see, pepperonis are made with beef, pork, and chicken. You know, whatever.
Right.
And that's about
Yeah,
it.
I eat a lot of meat. Like I'll eat spaghetti and meat sauce.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, a lot of cheesesteaks, a lot of burgers. I do eat a lot of meat, but I eat. Don't get me wrong, I eat chicken too. The pork chops have been cut down a lot. I don't eat bacon. I love bacon, but I really don't eat it. But
Yeah.
lately, to tell you the truth, I've been eating a lot of fruit, like a lot of grapes,
Uh-huh.
um, the little oranges. What are they? Mandarins or not man?
Yeah, yeah, I got some mandarins today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mandarin. Yeah.
I'll eat a whole thing of them in like one sitting. I love them.
Mangoes. Is it mangoes that are good when you're smoking? I think they say you eat
I
mangoes.
don't know.
Um, I'll have to look at that. There's one of these fruits you can eat and it'll enhance your smoking.
Oh, really?
Your pot smoking, yeah. It'll make it last longer and come on quicker if you eat it before and during. I think it. Somebody will probably tell me maybe in the chat. Maybe Val knows. Hey Val. Uh, yeah, it's. I want to say it's mangoes, but apricots. Maybe apricots. I don't know. Anyway, one of those. One of those yellow looking orange. But yeah, I think we all definitely need vitamin C. You know, more than others. And I tried to get some today, and there was no vitamin C in the store. I was like, dang.
Really?
But, and there was no orange juice neither. I'm like, dang, somebody knows what's up. But,
Well,
yeah.
they said that one interview how coronavirus is a very weak virus. It says vitamin C kills it, sunlight kills it,
Mhm.
over 80 degrees kills it.
Yeah.
Laundry, like a lot of people are saying that it stays on your clothes for a while, and they said laundry detergent kills it.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
there's a lot that kills it. That's all that can come to my mind. Listen, I was thinking with this like 6 foot social distancing. Yo, when you sneeze, a sneeze
Oh
can
man.
travel
Oh,
25 foot at 100 miles an hour.
yeah. And I sneeze a lot. You know. I mean, I definitely and normally if I sneeze once, I'm gonna sneeze 4 times or something. Like
Yeah. They come in groups.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but that's crazy. 25 feet and at 100 miles an hour.
mhm.
Now, so what do we got to stay 25 feet away? And you want to know what else someone pointed out too? You want to know why it's 6 foot?
Huh.
Because you go 6 foot under.
right. Now, nobody around here. Yeah, everybody around here was forgetting in the stores today that they're supposed to stay 6 feet away from each other. You know, even my sister, and I kept telling her, "Get away from me." You know, just kidding. You know, but kids,
All up here, all the stores that are open, they got tape or
yes,
markers.
they do.
on
I
the
saw
door.
it. I know.
Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And
Yo, and a lady said to me today, I'm sorry to cut you off, Tommy. I was in Food Basic,
yeah.
and she was up front ringing up, and we had a cart in between us,
Uh-huh.
and I was like putting my stuff up on the conveyor belt, and she went to pay, and like she walked closer to me because she was at the end, but she went to pay. She took like 2 steps towards me and said, "Excuse me, can you back up some?" And I just kind of chuckled at it and stepped back, like, "Whatever, lady."
I had this veteran, this old black man today that was a veteran. He's like, you know, I've been all over the world, and he's like, I just can't believe they're letting them eat that bat soup again and stuff. I'm like, brother, you know, I think it's more to it than the bat soup. But he just wouldn't listen. He kept talking about the bat soup, and like,
Did
okay.
you see on the back of the 2000, the 2020 quarter,
Yeah.
they're putting bats on the back of it. On a 2020 quarter, it's because the fruit bats are like endangered over in some country, and they're putting these fruit bats on the back of quarters now.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, I just, I don't know, man. I don't. I hate when they put out so much information. See, this is what they do now: is you can't hardly be a researcher anymore because they put out so much disinformation. They allow so much to be out there, and they put out so much that you know it's hard to see through it and figure out what is really going on anymore because you've got to sift through so much bull crap, so many layers of disinformation to get to the truth, the bottom of it, or something, and oh man, it's really hard to search something out, sort it out these days, with all the extra crap they put out there, to try and distract you and keep you down other rabbit holes besides, figuring out what's going on. You know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah, no, yeah.
Uh,
So
yeah.
many things to throw you off.
Yeah. That's why another reason it's great to have a good relationship with your creator and be asking for discernment and asking, when you start to research and you go down these rabbit holes, to pray, pray for guidance and this revealing of what's going on, so you'll know, and ask for God to show you what's really going on, and He's done that for me so many times and led me down the right path, and I thank Him for that. But yeah, man, we all have to be researchers though these days, or we will be probably falling for some BS. We got to have discernment. We got to have some common sense, and we got to have some passion for the truth, and you got to have enough drive to go and look for yourself and seek out those answers, and find the truth. That's what we got to do. and then expose the evil and tyranny that's going on.
Right.
Much of it now. That's war. This war on humanity. This war on us. This is so big now. It's worldwide, and it's it's almost like they are winning for a minute. They're not winning over us, but they're winning over the majority. The mass.
Well, it's like what Ike says right there is overload of information.
Yeah.
I know. No, what it's doing is they're God sending them, you know,
Vision.
yeah, like thinking that they're winning, but they're just setting the trap bigger and bigger. It's like he's giving them the rope to hang themselves. Is what I'm basically trying to say.
You're right. Yep. No doubt about it, man. Well, we're right at 3 hours here. Probably be wrapping this up pretty quick. I think we'd be better. I'd be better if I got some more extra sleep this night, and then
Yeah, no, that's whatever.
5 or 6 hour or more tomorrow night. And I'll have more time. I'll be more motivated to do prep
Tomorrow, right?
for our show. I'll get more stuff lined up. And but even without articles and videos, I'll get on here and talk and with you and a couple other people, whatever, and we can go for hours. I do believe just being led by the Holy Spirit and by God to expose this stuff and help people understand it, what's going on.
Right.
I've had people reaching out to me that are realizing that I was seeing all this stuff coming for many years. They're reaching out to me now and going, okay, well, what is coming next now, Tommy? We do know that you saw a lot of this coming, and
What do we do now?
pay attention, but we do, yeah. But that's enough for me. I don't want somebody to say, "Oh, I get it. I'm dumb, or I was dumb. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, Tommy." I just want people to, pick up the torch and run with it, man, and expose these things that are going on, and tell other people. Start your own shows and get out there and spread the truth. And that and it knows the truth. Give the best information you can to people. I mean,
Right.
nobody has all the answers. I don't think I have all the answers. I don't think I have all the pieces to the puzzle. I don't think I have any of it completely figured out. But I was told that the New World Order was going to be implemented, and all these things that that is being tried on us. I was told almost 30 years ago. And I've been, just waiting and telling people that it was coming for all this time. And it's finally here, and I'm not so much the crazy uncle anymore, or the crazy neighbor, or the crazy friend because I'm going to tell you right now, you can ask anybody I know, any relative I have, and they're going to tell you, yes, Tommy has been warning us about this stuff for 10, 20, 30 years now, 25 years, whatever. And they're not going to lie, because I really have been, seeing, now that doesn't mean that I haven't allowed myself to go to sleep during different times, somewhat, take a nap. I followed sports for years, and and I was into cars and other material things for a long time too, and women and stuff. But I always knew, and I was always watching and collecting data myself, and knowing that time, the time would come when the stuff that I was told was coming would come.
Right.
I didn't ignore it totally, and I took risks. And I was pushed by God to do to do more at one point in my life, and I kept pushing that away. No, God, I don't want to do your will. I want to do my will. I do what I want when I want, how I want. I would always say that I do what I want when I want, how I want, and I don't care what anyone thought. And that got me into so much trouble. It got me into a marriage that I barely survived, and so on and so on. All the car
Right.
stuff. So every life is about making the right or wrong choices, because life is also about consequences of those choices. So you just got to be conscious of the choices you're making, every single choice. And if words are as powerful as some people say they are, then we definitely need to uh ask God to guide us in everything we say and do, so that we're not out there casting spells and curses on people or whatever.
Right.
We're not out there supporting and condoning the beast system and Satan and the Antichrist and all that stuff. Because it's dangerous to keep one foot in to the dark side, and one foot in the in the good side. You need to be fully in one side or the other end.
Yeah, you can't you can't serve both sides.
No, you can't. No, you can't serve two masters. And if you try to, that's just gonna be hell on earth. And so you definitely need to figure out what's more important, what's most important to you. The eternity or the here and now.
Right. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, brother, man, any final thoughts? We're gonna probably wrap this up in the next few
No, I'm ready to hit the hay just like you are. I'm
Yeah.
definitely tired. The only final thought I can say is, be strong in the Lord. Don't let this get to you, and keep the faith.
Yeah.
Pray for the full armor of God, and be strong. Don't let the madness get to you.
Yeah. All right. Well, good people. I sure appreciate every single one of you, and I think tomorrow I will try and focus on getting the. I'm gonna get a mouse, of course, but I'm gonna try to get the phone system set up where we can do a call-in show, so that we can start having people from the chat interact more, and call in and give their 2 cents and everything. And I know there's a lot of people out there just like me and you and others that have been through a lot of things and have a lot of insight and wisdom because of what they've been through.
Right.
And so I want to hear from people. I want to hear from everybody that's willing to talk, and tell their stories and stuff, their testimony. All right. Well, yeah, Ike and everybody else, Marshall, I really appreciate you guys and gals, and definitely you, Rick, for coming in here with me tonight. And,
Not a problem, Tom.
Right. It wasn't anything planned. I mean, you knew I was going to do a show, but so you came in just on the spot, Johnny on the spot, and you hung in there with me, brother, and I do appreciate it. And God, I hope that God blesses you and keeps you and your family protected and blessed and all.
Thank you. Thank you.
And may God bless all of you out there listening. All right. Well, thank you so much. Let's see. Marshall says, "Yep, it's in times. Keep it going. Keep strong. Yes, brother. All right. God bless you all." And I think we'll just go ahead and end it without some music or anything.
All right.
Hope everybody has a blessed rest of the week, and we'll see you tomorrow night if Lord willing. Thank you
Yeah,
all.
will do. All right. Catch you later, Tommy.
Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Rick. Thank you.